transparency that the Jaguars were showing through the whole coach and GM search. It's not that suddenly they've gone non-transparent. They're not having meetings and just doing everything they can to keep it from going public. The Jacks don't host meetings. Jacks don't bring guys in, which is a rapid departure from anything we've ever seen here. I gave you the list of visits that they've had over the course of the last couple of years before it came evident that, no, they're going to do it different. Now, the Rams do it that way, so it makes sense that James Gladstone from that Rams system would do it that way as well. But we won't see any tipping of the hand from the visits, at least, because they're just not taking place. Liam Cohen talked about that in his press conference last week as they got together for the opening of the offseason workouts, and I'm going to let you hear from him a little bit later this hour. In college football, just as you've made it through spring and coaches are deciding on depth charts and fans are getting an idea of what the roster will look like, you know what happened yesterday? Yeah, the old portal opened again, That big vacuum open up, so little Timmy, who's not going to accept being third string, or little Johnny, who was told he'd be able to rush the passer this year, or little Bobby, who can't get that extra $400,000 NIL he deserves, or little Freddie, who, was told that he would be the starter and now he's not. They can all go into the portal. They can now run away from the challenges and the roadblocks in front of them and try and find greener pastures somewhere else. Rarely works, especially for those reasons. It'll be interesting to watch Jack Pyburn this year just waste away on the LSU bench. Off to Baton Rouge, because he deserves so much more than Florida was able to give him. Going to leave his lifelong program and enter that transfer portal because he needs more. Be interesting to see how that works out. See how that stat line looks compared to what it was in Gainesville and what it would be in Gainesville. I saw Andy Jean, a fantastic receiver who Florida was high on when he came in. He was part of the receiving class, the freshman class that included Trey Wilson. Flash maybe here and there, had a good spring game but a couple years ago. But he entered the portal the first time around. And, yeah, that didn't last long. I saw he's back in the portal. I'm not even sure where he went. I don't even remember where he committed. It's hard to keep up. Because most of the guys that are leaving, let's be honest, man, they're bouncing around guys. Not that they can't be successful wherever they go, but they're really not truly missed where they left. Look, Princely Yu was a heck of a player for Ole Miss, and he's got a good NFL future. The draft's like him as high as round 2. But that Florida, when Ole Miss came to town last year, that Florida D-line didn't miss him. Piling up 8 sacks against LSU, another 4 or 5 against Ole Miss. I think the transfer portal helps more than it hurts. I mean, if you're sitting right on the verge of heading into the offseason and you've got a narcissistic baby like Nico, I'm a leaving, then sure. But very rare you get that kind of pop in the mouth. The Gator running back room is deep and people are sniffing around. It used to be you go in the portal, you contact, you make yourself available. They don't wait for that now. Why should I wait around until you give me permission? Nah. I'll just go ahead and contact kids way before I'm supposed to. But the Gator running back room is deep. And I promise you, Trayvon Webb from right here, Trinity Christian, who's kind of fallen behind. Jacoby Jackson had a huge game in the spring game, almost 200 yards. Jaden Ball, we know what he did as a freshman. It'd be real easy for Trey Webb to look in another direction, wouldn't it? Former Lockett Law High School spotlight participant, Trayvon Webb. But they won't have to worry. Webb says, man, I ain't going anywhere. He texted or tweeted that last night. He's only been in 15 games in 2 years, but he is, look, the former 4-star, he's shown flashes. Averages 5.4 a pop. And look, Billy has shown down there, if you're running the ball strong, he's not afraid to put you in. Montrell Johnson was a heck of a back down in Gainesville, and he lost playing time here to there to a hotter hand, or in this case, hotter legs. But boy, that running back tandem of Ball and Jackson looks really good. That Florida team, the first 22 looked like a national title contender.
Oh,
the 22. They got the best offensive line they've had forever. Again, assuming DJ Lagway is playing at full health. They've got some young receivers. This true freshman, Dallas Wilson, is flashing like those big-timers do. So they're good there. The D-line is deep and outstanding. And, look, again, titles are one with a lot more depth than Florida has right now, and I'm not saying that they have a national title winning team, but a playoff team, yeah. So it's the emergence of some depth and some other factors, and part of that depth is keeping what you got, and that transfer. Here come the vultures, man, with that transfer portal opening up again yesterday. Well, last night I had nothing else. I had nowhere else to go. I was Richard Gere in An Officer and a Gentleman, a movie you've never seen. I got nowhere else to go. If you know, you know. Nowhere else to go. Nothing in sports. I know ESPN thinks the WNBA draft's a big deal. We won't be breaking it down with grades later today. I mean, it dominated SportsCenter and front page of ESPN.com. Amazing for a story no one really gives a crap about, but oh well. I had nothing last night, E.
Nothing?
I got no playoffs, got no NBA. My Gators are done. I'm left with nothing but me and the Afraids. And what can I do? I mean, the first time I've gone all in from inning one and actually watched an Afraids game since this pitiful 0-7 start. It's been nothing but worse news since then, by the way. If you've given up on the Braves, I don't blame you, but Chris Sale can't get anybody out. He's 0-3. Ronaldo Lopez has gone to the DL. Spencer Strider, they refused to put on a major league mound, and I don't know, win an important game. He continues to rehab, should be ready, quote, soon. Still no Acuna. There's been one bright spot. Ironically, the irony of ironies has been Sean Murphy. Was wasn't there to start the year. He's been red hot since he came back. He homered again last night. Austin Riley hit a couple, and maybe that's what it takes. Maybe I got to just grit my teeth and put it on the Braves at 7:05 when the game starts.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. They got to win last night. Let me know when they win like 3 in a row. Maybe I'll get interested. They haven't had longer than a 2-game win streak, so. Have they even had that? Maybe it's 1-game streaks. I don't know. They've been pitiful so far, and so we'll see. But kind of a layup last night. Anytime you can send Grant Holmes to the mound and end with a victory, I'd say it's been a good night. But a couple homers for Riley. Nowhere else to go. Only 2 things from Oklahoma, and I don't see no horns. Again, if you know. You got to watch that movie. You would like that. It's an old school Richard Gere movie. You know what Richard Gere is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, old school. It's called An Officer and a Gentleman. He's, like nowhere to go now but the military and that whole thing. Goes off to the base, hook up with a couple local factory girls, full of storylines. So, yeah, that's what I was left with. Of course, the play-in starts tonight. I mean, nothing more riveting than seeing your 8th-seeded Hawks go down to play the 7th-seed Magic and lose by, I'm going to say 19 tonight. What's the spread in the Magic Hawks game? I got a pick for y'all. Y'all love when I jump a pick on you. You love it. Nothing a gambler loves more than being told what to do. They don't need to grind and say, oh, he's got a winner. He loves it. Yeah, I don't know what the spread is tonight, but play the Magic. 100%. Yeah, the Hawks will get blowed out tonight, as they say, because, well, checks and notes, they're no good. And the Magic have been just beat up by the Magic at full strength. I think might be a top 4 or 5 team in the East. But they played a lot of the year without Caro, without Wagner. Suggs has been hurt. They've had a lot of injuries. Back to better health. They're going to put a knot on the noggin of your Atlanta Hawks tonight. That's my prediction, at least. I bet you the spread on that, I'm good at this. I could leave 10-10X. I'm going to be a handicapper. So without even looking at, injury reports or anything else, I'm going to say the Magic have been instilled tonight as a 6.5-point favorite. What do you got, E? Got a point spread for me?
Orlando minus 5.5.
Okay, I was off by a point. There you go. 5.5, 6.5. So either way, lay it, baby. It'll be 18 after 1. The Magical cruise to an easy 22-point victory because the Hawks can fall back on now going to Atlanta and hosting either Chicago or Miami, where, by the way, they will also lose that game. So I have to play in tonight. Oh, well, gosh. Braves, you're gonna have stiff competition tonight. The Hawks are in the play-in. Ugh. To get your number retired by a university, that's a big thing, isn't it?
It's a big thing.
So typically, if a dude gets his number retired by a university, he's either saved the entire student body from a burning building, or he's been an All-American, he's been a Heisman winner, he's led his program to national titles or multiple conference titles. In many cases, he's been a 3 or 4 year player. That's typically what gets your name up on a wall, your number retired. Am I wrong?
Sounds about right.
Right. Now, if you are so impactful that in 1 or 2 years you can have your number retired, you would assume it would include, a national championship, All-American status. I'll give you a perfect example of a guy who more than earned his number retired in just 2 years, Walter Clayton Jr. That's the kind of career you would expect for a guy getting his number retired, which it just delegitimizes what Deion is doing in Colorado to me. This announcement yesterday that Travis Hunter, listen, Heisman Trophy winner, much deserved, number retired. Will have his number retired by Colorado. But Shedeur?
Yeah.
Huh? Are the Lakers retiring Bronny's number at halftime this week?
Hey, why Bronny got to catch it straight, though?
I mean, Shedeur is a fantastic player, and they were okay at Colorado. They got better, but my God, we act at Colorado like they've won back-to-back natties. Deion's the Sportsman of the Year in a 3-win year. Shedeur's number retired for what? Finishing 3rd in the Big 12? I mean, he had a good year, but it was nothing that's like outrageous. I don't know. Does it not delegitimize a little bit? It's like the University of Deion, man. I don't know. Shedeur Sanders did enough at Colorado. By the way, Colorado's not just like some power program on the upswing back on the map, are they?
Nah.
No. And Deion's done fine. He's been fine, but enough already.
But you're okay with Travis Hunter?
I am. He won the Heisman.
Yeah.
He won the Heisman. He's the best player in football. He played on your campus. Absolutely. I'm fine with Travis Hunter in 2 years.
But that Shedeur.
That's just too much, man. Come on. Listen, Shedeur's earned everything he had. I'm not in the hate Shedeur camp. I think the kid should go in the top 10. If you need a quarterback, I'm not a quarterback expert, but I'm not a Deion hater. I'm fine with him, but I try and maintain this as I forge through this career for a lot of years. I like to see guys get what they earn. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. Dudes that should be winning more that don't. And people that are, they're great and they're good, but it's just number retired? For what, going 14-14? Thought it was strange. Meanwhile, I see the Giants are going to have a personal workout with Shedeur Sanders, which is, flies in the face of, some of this talk that we've heard, that the Giants would be interested, and we know what they did. They went and got Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. I mean, if you draft Shedeur, I'm assuming that Wilson or Winston are going to have a real short Giants career, right? One of those two wins the job, and then you go with the Shedeur. Listen, as a Jags fan, hope he knocks their socks off, and they feel like they got to take him at 3. They can't wait around. They can't trade down. They've got to take Shedeur Sanders at 3 if that's the direction they want to go. And Shedeur continues to be a very polarizing prospect. I know it's easy to tie it into Deion and the name. When it comes to NFL teams drafting him, there's no hate towards Shedeur. Now, look, in the fandom and social media world where y'all play like a bunch of 4th graders, sure. I'm sure it goes back and forth that. But just to a measured, objective sports fan, Shedeur's prospects as a pro and what you hope he becomes, at least for me and most of the ones that I know, have nothing to do with his dad. There's no will or want to, good or bad, based on that part. It's can he be worth a top 5 or 10 pick to saddle up your team to take to the promised land? We got a guy here that came in with every accolade and every supposition, and it hadn't been easy. So we shall see. All right, the topic of prospect visits, you're swimming against stream if you're not having them in this pre-draft period. So the against the stream swimmers themselves, we'll hear from Liam Cohen when we return. We're up and rolling. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. We got brunch with the tour today, so we will revisit a fantastic Masters. Go ahead and they'll take the short drive over there to Hilton Head, I believe, this week. So we will offer up our picks for that. I have a feeling with E hitting pay dirt with Rory, and the tour sitting strong with Scheffler and Oberg, and me riding a couple of donkeys around the grounds for 4 days, that your boy is going to be sitting oh so uncomfortably in last place with today's standings update. I don't know. We'll see. A lot of golf left, as they say, after you double number 3. A lot of golf left. Up and rolling. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Thanks for being with us. We'll be back with more next on 1010XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
There are many ways to experience 1010XL.
The key to this whole thing is their computer.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Get me that computer program. Yes, sir.
At 1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. There was a time when if you handed me a bread basket at a restaurant, you better watch your fingers. Pizza, pasta, bread. Carbs were absolutely my weakness. I'd be lying if I said they didn't have me hooked. Then Awaken 180 came into my life. I've been down every diet road there is, but this is different. It's not just another diet. It's a total reset of how you see food. You know that carb craving that we all accepted as normal? That's gone for me now. Don't get me wrong. I still enjoy the good stuff, but here's the difference. I no longer feel like I need them. So when the server puts that bread basket on the table, I just smile, sit back, and say, nah, I'm good. That feeling of control is all thanks to Awaken 180. I lost 40 pounds in 9 weeks on Awaken 180. Hacker lost more than 110. Baloo is on his way, and you can lose whatever you want to lose. It doesn't matter what your goal weight is. Awaken 180 weight loss will get you there quickly and safely. It's a clear path to success without disappointment. Awaken 180 has changed my life, and it will change yours too. Give them a call at 844-346-1800 or go to awaken180weightloss.com. Trust me, you'll thank yourself.
Hey, Gabe Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. It doesn't matter the season. When it's summer, you want to stay cool. When it's winter, you want to stay warm. And you need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects. Or maybe it's just top-tier residential service you need. No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work with Lloyd's Heating and Air as your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team. Lloyd's is the only name Northeast Florida needs to count on. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Enhance your home with Renewal by Anderson's superior craftsmanship and timeless design. Right now, get $300 off all windows or $825 off patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires April 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Cooking with Prisco.
These things are wonderful. You're going to love it. Have a rolling.
Catch CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco every Friday afternoon on The Franchi Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles on 1010XL.
Denny Thompson here. You've got to check out Tyson's Showroom Home Theater with surround sound and comfy theater chairs. You can transform your living room into a cinematic experience. I can stay there to watch all my games. It's that comfortable. Call Tyson today and bring the theater experience home. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming, Iowa.
Someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
Hicken here. Tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions at Bowden Associates. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options like Evo implantable caliber lenses, refractive lens exchange, and classic LASIK, designed to fit your life. Picture perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoying the day. It's easier than you think. Call now for your free screening. Bowden Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
For over 5 decades, a true American band. This is America. Encore Tour 2025, an unforgettable evening with America. April 23rd, Florida Theater. On sale now at floridatheater.com. America, live in concert. Produced by Outback Presents.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Back on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. It's a little bit more, this is what I mean. All right. I mean, I got a Colorado QB may want to have a word with his alma mater. You see, Cordell Stewart was 4-year starter there at Colorado. He led him to a pair of top 10 regular season finishes in both the AP and Coaches Poll in 92 and 94. He had wins in the Aloha Bowl and Fiesta Bowl. Second team All-American his senior year, Colorado went 11-1 and finished number 3. Like Cordell Stewart's number, not retired by Colorado. Apparently that's just not quite the payoff you want from your quarterback. You're looking more to get the Shedeur Sanders production, you know. One little piddly bowl game and a season you were 7 games under 500. I can't make it make sense. So if you're texting me, make it make sense. I can't. But yeah, Cordell Stewart might want a word. There's a Dailies double take for you. Brought to you by The Dash. Stop by the Dailies Dash this morning and make your morning just a little more delicious, from those, piled high biscuits to that fresh ground coffee from just this AM. The Dailies Dash will hook you up, and then you know what? You swing back by when you get some gas, and you do it again at lunch. I'd say today I'm feeling the Duval. Might be a Cuban one day. You never know. He likes that BLT.
Yes, sir.
Don't put one of them in front of him.
Fire.
Yeah.
It won't stand a chance.
No, it won't last long. I told you that the Jags don't bring in prospects this time of year, and that's different. That's swimming upstream from what most of the league does. You're going to hear from Liam Cohen on that in just a second. But I say this to base to put a little context to a little piece of video that was going around yesterday. Did you see the Mason Graham workout video, E.T.?
I did.
Yeah, so Mason Graham's off working out in California with his personal trainer. And, as the prospects do these days, he was posting the video. And Mason Graham, while he's, maybe he looks at the mock drafts too. Mason Graham, while he's doing his workout, he's got Jags gear on. Listen, you'll see players in team-issued gear when you bring them into your facility and they go work out for you. My guy's out in, Mission Viejo running around 3 cones wearing a Jags camo. So you tell me. You tell me where Mason Graham is going. They took the video. His trainer had posted, he took it down because this is what happens. But or maybe you're just like a college kid and you get free gear somewhere, you wear it, you're not even aware. I guess it could be that simple. I don't think this definitely says, oh, yeah, he's a Jag. But I do find it at least a bit interesting that the guy who is most projected to be a Jaguar, and really there's an outside shot that New England could grab him. But, part of the reason that he so consistently falls to the Jags at number 5 is because there's really very few scenarios where he goes before then. And for the Jags to take someone outside of the 4 that are going, doesn't seem very realistic unless they're in love with an offensive lineman, and I don't think they are. Not first round in love. Not number 5 pick in love. Meanwhile, back to that topic that is somewhat unique here, and that is not having prospect visits here in town.
It's more so just, hey, we're trying to keep everything that we're doing in-house and, trusting, we'll do some things possibly virtually and things like that with guys that we need to have another touch point with. But ultimately, it's not something that we're going to be interested in doing at the moment.
Plenty of opportunity. They've been at the Senior Bowl. They go to on-campus workouts. They've been at the Combine. It's really overkill bringing these guys in. In fact, I think there's things you could be doing to better prepare for the draft than spending a 3rd round of interviews with guys. You can't get to know everybody in the first 20-minute session. I get it. But you talk to enough people around the kid and the young man, and then the interactions you've had with him, the fit he has with your organization. We know they're looking for, quote, intangibly rich players. And, how many times you got to think about an intangibly rich guy? That kind of shines through everything. If you identify guys intangibly rich, it overpowers, I think, a lot of his aura, so to speak. So, still, though, a bit unique. Also, it's a first for Liam Cohen. Look, James Gladstone's been heavily involved in drafts. When you're a coordinator or assistant coach, you're not heavily involved in drafts. You're somewhat involved in the draft, but not like the head coach is. So this whole draft process has been new for Cohen as well.
Special teams matter. So, you have to look at the whole, right? It's starting anew for me in a lot of ways, right? Where you've been used to evaluating offense players, and then naturally when you're evaluating offense players, defensive players shine, right? And you start to see that. And then in recruiting in college, you're recruiting defensive players as well. But the whole entirety, how they fit into the puzzle, the vision, what we're trying to establish, and how those players end up fitting into those situations, it's different. It's just a different perspective. It's great to listen to the collaboration between personnel and coaching when it comes to some of these meetings. So it's been great to listen. I've been doing a little bit more listening than talking right now.
Got a 7-round mock draft just released in the last 24 hours by, this is Jordan Dejani. So I will make my first initial value judgment of Jordan Dejani based on what I see him doing with the Jags here. Is that fair? Let's go along, shall we? We know the Jags picked number 5, so if this falls according to form. By the way, see, Shador's not going to the draft. We were talking about that. That says something. If Shador thought he was going in the top 5, he'd be there and he would be styling and profiling. No, E?
Absolutely.
Right, that would be just his vibe. That would be a perfect night for him. So he's got to be nervous if he's not going. Cam Ward is. 17 in total, by the way. More NFL news with Football Picks. That's coming up next segment. Meanwhile, I thought I'd dive through this mock draft here real quick. And they give you all 7 rounds. So let's see who they end up with, okay? It's a couple of CBS guys. In fact, it's Ryan Wilson and Josh Edwards. They're two kind of NFL scout more level. You're not getting Trapasso and that crew. They go back and forth with the mock draft, so you have someone to bounce it off of, which I like because if one dude does a mock draft, he just puts guys wherever. You don't have somebody countering or throwing you off at any point. So with these two dudes going back and forth, here is your Jacksonville Jaguars 2025 draft class at number 1. It's right where it's been since the beginning, and that's Mason Graham. They have a cornerback from East Carolina, Siobhan Ravel, going in the second round. I haven't heard that name. I've heard a lot of corners thrown around. Ravel's name I've not. Mason Taylor's a tight end from LSU. They have him getting in round 3. A lot of people have talked about. Jonah Savayanea is an offensive tackle from Arizona who at one point in all this process, maybe even back during the season, was projected more as a first-rounder. In this mock, he goes in round 3, their second, third-round pick. Jags have 6 of the top 126 picks. They come back with that safety from Texas, Andrew Mukaba, in round 4. A receiver from Washington State in round 4 named Kyle Williams. Penn State linebacker, Purdue safety, a guard, offensive lineman from Jacksonville State, and then another receiver from UNLV in round 7. According to this draft, though, just 1 tackle and 1 guard. Just 2 offensive linemen. Does it feel like we'll have more than that?
Yeah, it does.
You ready for this one? Defensive tackle? That's it. Not another defensive lineman in the draft. 2 receivers, not a running back. 2 receivers, a tight end, 2 safeties, and a linebacker. So, and by the way, many names here that are unfamiliar to you, which is why the guys around the league breaking down that film and visiting on campus are making the big bucks, and why 90% of them feels like shouldn't be. Back with a football fix and more. It's Cal and Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Orlando Magic hosting the Atlanta Hawks today at the Kia Center. Orlando laying 5 with a total of 218.5 for the NBA play-in tournament. It's a 7-8 matchup of the Eastern Conference. The winner moves on to get second-seeded Boston, the defending champions, in the first round. Ryan Pepio pitching for the Rays today, $1.25 favorite against Walker Buehler of the Red Sox at Steinbrenner Field, 8.5 over the total. Spencer Schwalbenbach on the mound for the Braves, $1.30 favorite against Kevin Gossman of the Blue Jays, plus 110, 8 under at Rogers Center. It's Scotty Scheffler, plus 360 to win the RBC Heritage at Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. $250 bonus and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/G-Bank. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Jacksonville's summer heat is coming in fast. Is your AC ready to handle it? Or will it quit on you on the hottest day of the year, leaving you sweating and stuck with a huge repair bill? Duck Duck Air Conditioning is here to save the day with a free AC system inspection. Our expert techs will make recommendations to ensure your AC system is running in tip-top shape before the heat arrives. Call now, 904-862-6769. Duck Duck Air Conditioning, duckduckac.com. Any required repairs are not included in the inspection.
Tired of seeing the signs of aging? Spring is here, a time to renew. I'm Dr. Mark Capel, a board-certified dermatologist, here to help you look and feel your best with minimal to no downtime. Rejuvenate your skin, strengthen your core, and sculpt your body with advanced face and body treatments designed to restore your youthful glow and confidence. Just in time for spring and summer. A healthier, more fit you starts now. Visit dermagnify.com and step into spring looking and feeling your best.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Universal Roof and Contracting protects your home and your wallet. Invest in a stronger roof and save big. Right now, get 15% off roof replacement and repairs. Financing's available with monthly payments as low as $115. But this deal ends April 30th. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik has the largest selection of GMC's impressive SUV lineup
and the all-new redesigned GMC Acadia and the highly sought-after Yukon and Yukon XL. Save big with the all-new GMC Hummer EV SUV and truck, plus the all-new GMC Sierra EV. Ask how to get an instant $7,500 tax credit on EV models and financing as low as 0%. Visit the showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Need fresh and flavorful lunch? Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad in every bite. It's quick and delicious, so why wait? Come taste the best chicken salad today at Town Center, Durbin Park, or Butler Point at Chicken Salad Chick.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Get to know positions and players. The 1010XL Ultimate Draft Guide is brought to you by Blue Haven Pools, the #1 pool builder in Jacksonville. Follow rankings and roundtables as the draft takes shape. Go to 1010XL.com/2025 draft guide to get yours. Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performancepainting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting! Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back on the drill, and it's a fumble! Ohio State visited the White House yesterday. The vice president, a man named J.D. Vance. A little civics history, a little civics lesson for you kids today. Your vice president is a man named J.D. Vance. Anyway, he hails from the great state of Ohio, I'm sure he feels especially excited to welcome in Ohio State's football team. They took their visit to the White House yesterday, celebrating their national title, and Vance proceeded to fumble the team's national championship trophy. After speeches by the president, by Coach Ryan Day, and then Vance on the South Lawn, the vice president, an Ohio State grad, tried to hoist the trophy. You know how they do? This is why you leave it to the athletes, man. You non-athletes can make anything look non-athletic.
Right?
Well, actually, what he didn't count on was the trophy's golden top being designed to separate from the base. After some struggling, he lost his grip on the two pieces. Running back Travion Henderson, who's a star in the mock drafts, was standing behind Vance, and he grabbed the football-shaped top of the trophy. The base fell to the ground. Vance is fumbling around for it as it rolled a short distance. So, Ohio State grad, and here you are, man. I mean, ultimate celebration. You're in the White House. And the Gators, one year, it may have even been an April Fool's joke. But I think the Gators, when they were celebrating maybe their second national title, one of the national titles, you remember this video? You may not remember this, but they were having a celebration down in Gainesville, or they were being honored or something, and they acted like they were, like both kind of grabbing for the big crystal trophy, and they dropped it and it shattered.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that.
Yeah. It ended up being some sort of prank or a joke or something. But yeah, fumble by the VP on the White House lawn yesterday. Fire up the band. We got a football fix. It's brought to you by the Sharks. Sharks back home this weekend. E, what's your assignment?
Oh yeah, I'm turning that thing up.
Sunday, Saturday. What do we got?
Saturday,
7 o'clock,
7 p.m.
Oh, be there, be square, and ET. You will not be singing. I will always love you. Is that it?
My heart will go on.
Did I say I will always love you every time?
Every time.
Every time. God, I'm dumb. It's not a joke, by the way. A lot of times we'll do the wrong thing as a bit. I get it wrong every time. I told you the Giants have scheduled a private workout with Shedeur Sanders. Now, interestingly, Sanders says no to attending the NFL draft. 17 players in all will attend. And that includes, who was it? We don't even think it's going to be a first. Was it Jalen Milroe? Who was it said he was going? But then we wondered, man, that might be a long sit.
Yeah, that was Jalen Milroe.
Yeah. Sometimes you wonder when these guys make these decisions if it's because of something that they've heard. Is it because of some expectation of how the night's going to go? Most famous of the plummets is Aaron Rodgers, right?
Oh, like, what, 22?
Yeah, but I think it felt even more Brady Quinn's year, because Quinn was a pretty boy Notre Dame quarterback. Aaron Rodgers was from Cal. Aaron Rodgers really became this great Aaron Rodgers once he got to the league and we all knew him. No one really knew or was not no one. Most of us didn't know, weren't following Aaron Rodgers at Cal. I mean, the number one pick, Alex Smith, we knew who he was. He had Utah undefeated, playing in the Fiesta Bowl. Imagine if the Niners had taken Rodgers number one like they should have. Boy, San Francisco's won a lot of titles, making big mistakes at quarterback, haven't they? Those jokers traded up to draft Trey Lance a few years ago, and then went to 2 Super Bowls after doing that. Maybe just 1 Super Bowl, one before. Successful all along, but that's thanks to some dude named Purdy. By the way, still trying to figure out what they're going to do financially with the quarterback. I would say this: mess around and find out. Lowball your guy. Brock, at the end of the day, man, you're throwing around money like it's like monopoly money, man. It's chump change. We got a new highest paid at any position every year. We can pick Brock Purdy apart all day long. The dude's productive and successful. So what you want from quarterbacks? And to have a guy like that, you freaking pay him what the other quarterbacks that are productive and successful, and some peaks downtown haven't been and are getting paid. So yeah, the Brock Purdy story to me is stupid. Pay that man, make him the highest paid. It'll be gone in a year. Anyway, I digress. Continuing with the football fix. Before Matt Hasselbeck, the quarterback, most famously for the Seahawks, before Tim Hasselbeck, the quarterback, most famously married to the girl from Survivor, and now I guess ESPN. Before those Hasselbecks, there was a Hasselbeck that I remember. Hicken certainly remembers. His name was Don Hasselbeck, and I remember him because he was a Miami Dolphin. A tight end for the Dolphins, drafted in the second round. But at least I thought I remembered him with the Dolphins. So he'd go there late in his career, maybe. He had most of his success with the Patriots. Drafted in the second round by the Pats in 1977. Great college career at Colorado. 6 years with the Patriots. Led him in catches in 1981. Hasselbeck never with the Dolphins. Wow, what a terrible memory. I traded to the Raiders in 93. He was 6'7", Don Hasselbeck, blocked an extra point in the Raiders' Super Bowl win against Washington, so he won the Super Bowl ring there. Then he went to the Giants, had a touchdown catch and a playoff win over the Niners. Died yesterday at the age of 70. Cardiac arrest, according to Matt Hasselbeck. Patrick Peterson retired yesterday, made it official. Now, Peterson bounced to a couple teams late in his career. Where did he play? Played for Minnesota. He played for Pittsburgh, maybe.
Yeah.
Going to retire with the Cardinals. Quote, where my legacy is. Next stop, Canton. Certain dudes come into the league, and from the get-go, they're that guy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and Patrick Peterson was, from the get-go, that guy. Cowboys do have Micah Parsons in the fold as they get to work on their offseason program. There are just some questions about that as Parsons waits to get paid. Meanwhile, Dak Prescott, they say, is improving to the point that he, quote, could play if he had to. Golly, Cowboys fans have been saying for about 4 years they wish you'd play like you had to.
Pat Peterson, a first ballot Hall of Famer?
I don't know if he's first ballot, but I do think he's a Hall of Famer. I'm not gonna say that he's not.
Uh-huh.
If he went in first ballot, it wouldn't offend me in any way, but I'd be kind of surprised. What are the possibilities for Kirk Cousins? Still sitting on that Falcons roster. They picked up that bonus because they weren't just going to get rid of him for nothing.
Right.
The Browns have reunited with Joe Flacco. You'd think it would take him off the market. I mean, who wants the, quote, aging quarterback? And by the way, the Browns signed Pickett and now Flacco. I can't imagine there's room there for Cousins. It wouldn't seem to be a place for him there. Does he have any remaining options? What about the Titans? He's got that contract the Falcons gave him. It's making him unmovable. Maybe stuck as the Falcons' backup unless he negotiates a release and gives some money back. I don't know, man. You had a great opportunity with the Falcons last year. They brought you in to do a certain job, to be that veteran presence, to give them the stability and production and get them over the top. You failed miserably, so bye-bye. Bye-bye. Football Fix, you're welcome. Brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks, home this week, and the home course to Joint Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. We'll see you on the home course. Joint Creek Golf Club.
Estimated in 10 seconds.
Well, why don't you just turn it on and see what it does?
Sports Radio is 1010XL.
I knew it.
I'm just going to cut to the chase. What you really want to know is, why buy from Arlington Toyota? Mia here. How about over 800 vehicles, one lot, 60-day exchange, and friendly credit for everyone. Plus, right now, you choose a pre-owned 2022 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for $0 down and only $388 per month. Or how about no payments till August 2025? Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter-mile east of 295, or online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
St. Johns County parents, does your kid have energy to burn? Want them to play a sport for their middle school? Sign up today for the St. John's Middle School Athletic Association. Tackle football, dance, and cheerleading. Who doesn't want their kid to be the next NFL quarterback or dance floor diva? You know how fast your kid can go from playing Xbox to practicing their touchdown dance or sideline cheer? Visit sjmsaa.org. sjmsaa.org.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
It's game time for your business, and Advanced Business Solutions has the winning play. With Xerox copiers, you'll never miss a deadline. Fast, reliable, and built for high performance, Xerox copiers keep your team ahead of the competition. From printing to scanning, Xerox brings the MVPs of efficiency to your office. Ready to make the winning move? Hire the champions at Advanced Business Solutions. Veteran owned.
Printers, copiers, and IT management. Advanced Business Solutions.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active, reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Hello, I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony, being charged with domestic violence to turn your life upside down. If you're in trouble, call me Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
New and pre-owned firearms are always in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimbar, Smith & Wesson, Sig Sauer, and Beretta. No lines, no hassle. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, presented by Surf Into Summer Camp. The Florida baseball team swept Missouri over the weekend after claiming both ends of a doubleheader Saturday. Jacksonville native Aiden King earned the win in Game 2 of the 3-game series after tossing 5 2/3 shutout innings, highlighted by 7 strikeouts to just 1 walk. In the series finale, Brendan Lawson walked it off with a single in the 7th and scored 1 run to help lift the Gators to victory. Florida has now won 18 consecutive home games against the Tigers. The victory also marks the Gators' first SEC sweep of the season. Florida is now on a 4-game win streak, and they'll look to extend it tonight as they take on Stetson. First pitch is set for 6:30. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 61 degrees at 7 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Put it up. Put it up.
The Lacka song. It's hot right now on the charts.
You know it! But still I find the time to put yes, sir!
Bringing it on a Tuesday, baby. What's up, E?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm ready to go. I am revved. I'm back in.
You're revved up.
I'm back. I don't know if I'm revved. Back in. I'm back in. I mean, who am I kidding? Got a long summer. There's nothing on television.
Baseball season's going on.
I'm 6 back. I fall into a 6-game hole. The Mets are in first. They're 6 games ahead of my 5-12 club, whatever the heck we are.
You won last night.
It's exciting. We pounded that baseball, Dan. Murphy's back. He's hot.
Juan Soto hit a home run.
Yeah, I saw that. First one in a while.
I know.
Yeah, you're a first-place team.
Boys are starting to get a little angry at him,
You got
too.
first-world problems up there. We got third-world problems down here in the basement we're trying to get fixed. See how we can do. We can't be nice and win 2 games in a row. I'm not sure we've done that yet this year.
Shohei hit his 5th last night.
Did you see he hit 2 more to the wall?
No.
Yeah, he got robbed. 2 more.
Did he?
Yeah, it was that close to having 3.
Wow.
That guy's playing wiffle ball with the league.
Yeah, he's a good one,
So
man.
anyhow, we're just to the point. There was nothing last night. Unlike ESPN, I'm not watching the WNBA draft. I got nothing on TV. I mean, the first start.
didn't get the-
I had 7:05 first pitch. First game I've watched. First pitch till I fell asleep.
You watched?
Yeah. I got nothing left. What am I going to do? I'm over the bitterness. We are what we are. Go get better.
There you go.
Yeah. Pitching sale is oof. Had issues.
Yeah, but you get your boy back tomorrow.
Should have had him Friday. We'd have one more win and one less loss. But, who am I to say?
I will say this. We had Sacto this weekend, which is beautiful weather, but, man, we played a lot of cold baseball already in April.
We're playing cold baseball,
I didn't like Soto. He had a hoodie on last night.
He does that.
Can't be
right. I saw him. Maybe he played a game in one of those World Series. Maybe the Yankees last year looked like an Eskimo.
He does.
Yeah, he does not get cold weather now.
My Dominican does not does not like that cold.
Yeah, no. Get used to that. You're going to have that now.
I brought the Hicken boys were together watching some of that ball last night. And they weren't happy.
A little soft.
Yeah, they weren't happy with the Soto hoodie.
It was at Target Field that your whoop of a yell made national feeds one year.
It did.
They took their baseball trip to Minnesota, and I think it was Alonso who hit a homer, wasn't it?
Sure did. It's the longest of his career.
Yeah, and then Dan, this
You
guy
could hear me
screams. You
yelling.
could hear him. Yeah,
because everybody
big crowd that day.
Yeah, it was small, like last night.
Yeah,
Ooh, man, there's nobody there. Freezing cold. And the Twins are 5-12.
So thankfully for my bank account.
How about this one thing?
Yeah.
One I got last night. Byron Buxton, good player, right?
I think so. Yeah,
10 years in the league.
He's hurt all the time,
dude. 10 years. Only 2 of the 10 he's played more than 100 games.
Oh, there you go. So it's right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's why no one ever trades for him.
What
He's
a
always,
talent.
Yeah, he's always there looming at the trade deadline, and no one ever pulled the trigger because he's always hurt. And to your point, when he plays, he's like Acuna.
Only 2 times has he made 100 games.
Yeah, and 100, by the way, is not enough.
Woo. No, 100 plus.
I know.
But
I mean, the fact that that's your marker.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah. That's not good.
All right, so I thought we'd play this game. Let's you have the Jag numbers of where they're picking.
Okay. I can get them real quick here.
So we know they're picking 5th. So like Matt Miller ranked 600 guys.
Right.
So we pick the spots to see who we get in the top 5.
Right.
Let's just pick that. I was listening to your mock. I don't know who it was. Was it a 7-round mock?
Yeah, they're back and forth, the CBS guys, Ryan Miller. And
here's what I don't like about it. I just can't believe
that they're not getting more of certain positions.
No, I can't believe that they know every team's needs and blah, blah, blah. Because, they just, because you had said, hey, gosh, they only took one of these and one of that, because I don't think they do enough. I think it's a lot. It's a lot.
Right. Instead of really looking at the roster and what positions need to be fortified more. Well, the draft got off to a wonky start anyway there as they got Shador going 1 to the Titans, which nobody has said. So I don't know why
I'm
you
out of that.
say that.
All right, Jalen Walker would be our 5th pick overall, edge rusher from Georgia. it would be good in this respect.
Oh, so you're just going by the number that we pick.
Whoever corresponds.
Okay.
5. So 5 is Jalen Walker. We would have Jalen Walker, which would be great because then we'd have Walker, and then if they combined for 15 sacks, it would seem like one of the Walkers had a great year.
And they'd both be dogs.
Yeah.
So it'd be it'd be great for the back of the football card, too.
Yeah,
All right, now, next we have number 30.
No relation, by the way.
Yeah, number 36.
36. All right, let's move down to 36.
Yeah, our second. So right now we have Jalen. I'm okay with Jalen Walker.
Yeah, it's fine. Most people are, I think. 36. Well, we're going to have a heck of a team. We got another edge guy, Donovan Izaruako from Boston College.
You bet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's, to make this a little more fun, who's 37?
Or 35. 35 would be, we wouldn't.
Yeah, because we can't have 35. We got to take 37.
Can't take 37.
Need another edge?
Jackson Dart.
Oh, yeah, we can't do that.
Quinshawn Judkins would be 38.
He's a running back?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
He's Ohio State?
Yeah. All right, what's our next pick? That's the type of player you would get.
70.
You also, by the way, have.
I know, but we'll bog down if we start looking at the 8 players around each pick. So let's just go with a number.
That's good. But you also have 2 Iowa State wide receivers. I didn't know there were 2 that were.
No, I knew the
Hickens
Higgins is
Higgins and Noel.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What's our next number?
Number 70.
Okay. Number 70. Darian Porter, cornerback from Iowa State.
That'd be a good one.
That'd be a good one.
Here it was Mason Taylor, a tight end.
We got a running back,
a corner,
and an edge guy.
And an edge.
It's not bad.
Let's go.
What's our next one?
We need a receiver. Next is number 88.
88. Another edge guy, Josiah Stewart from Michigan.
Let's go. Let's just load up then.
Loading up.
107.
107. Jacob Parrish, a corner from Kansas State.
We need a corner.
We already took one.
Yeah, we got 2. We need 2.
We got 2 corners.
Let's go. 126. Just fire them all.
Is this the 5th one?
This is we have 6 in the top 126.
It's our last one.
Yeah.
126, we're taking Jalen Reed, a safety from Penn State.
Okay, that'd be a good one.
I don't know. But there you go.
I've seen his name flash.
Yeah, those are the guys those are the types of guys.
Yeah. Now, if we want to make it more fun, we could go back and let's boot out the second corner and the second edge and get what are the other positions there. We didn't have a receiver in this draft.
No. Well, if we took one of those Iowa State kids.
Yeah. We'd have to go receiver at one of those picks. So the bottom line is 6 of the top 126 is a lot.
It's a lot.
Take advantage of that.
But you got to have those guys on the
Four
field.
of the top 88 is a lot. Every 22 picks, man, you get there'll be teams that we're competing with that'll have 2 or 3 picks, if that, in that top 88.
I'm so curious.
Like whiskers
to see, and I don't know why. I guess it's because of the Puka thing, to see what receiver Gladstone is going to target.
Yeah.
Like
it might be the Cooper Cup level around 3 or the Puka. I've got somebody down there.
Right.
They got to have a couple of receivers they feel like they're ahead of the curve on, or they wouldn't have done nothing at the receiver position.
My guy.
De'Ami Brown is doing nothing at the receiver position.
Right.
It is. Stop.
No. It's Dante Moncrief.
And if he goes crazy, God bless him. We hit one. But he's Zay Jones, who gave us one good year, but he is what he is.
Yeah. My guy is 58th in Miller's rankings.
The guy you want?
My receiver.
Your
guy.
receiver.
Yeah, who's that? Who's my receiver?
Have you referenced him here?
Yeah.
Not Egbuka. You can't get him there.
No, because it's the guy you want from South Carolina is a safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't gleaned the receiver that you really want that you've referenced. So
the Ole Miss kid. Trey Harris.
Oh, yeah.
Trey Harris is my guy, 58th.
Trey Harris is always, I have to catch myself. To me, Trey Harris sounds like a small receiver. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
6'3", 210.
Yeah, Trey Harris sounds like a 5'10", 180 slot receiver to me.
You know what I
just
like
today.
about Trey Harris? 17 yards a catch.
Yeah, I know. He's a big play. He
the
played
year before, 18 yards a catch.
in the Florida game. He had one big play, and then he got hurt.
25 touchdowns in 3 years.
Did he miss games in other years, or was last year abnormal?
It's a good question.
Because I don't want a banged up, hurt guy, and that's what he was for Ole Miss, and he hurt them down not being available.
That's a good point. I don't like your negativity about
That's not negative.
I'm a little bit negative. He didn't play them all last year. He played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them.
Yeah, which for a team that's trying to get to the playoffs isn't enough. He plays the whole Florida game. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
He
one for 43 against Florida.
I know. Touchdown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, let me see what he did in 20. No, it looks like he played them all.
Yeah, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 games.
He's playing pretty much.
7 for 134 against Penn State in the bowl game.
You know, college football.
11 for 213 against Texas A&M. 8 for 153 against 13th ranked LSU in the 55-49 win. Oh.
Who is a better college quarterback?
Me.
Shedeur Sanders or Cordell Stewart?
Probably Shedeur.
Who is better at Colorado? Cordell Stewart or Shedeur Sanders?
Well, then it would be Shedeur.
You still think it's Shedeur? Cordell Stewart had 11-1, number 3 in the country. He was All-American. He had
a lot of good players.
He had 4, but that wasn't that national title group had gone.
Yeah, but I bet you Cordell Stewart didn't have close to the number.
He left as the school's passing leader.
Let me look.
When
I know
left.
he had the moment, obviously.
Well, he had more than he had more than a moment.
Well, you know,
because I researched it. Oh yeah, the Michigan game. Sure, I know what you're talking about. I hit Michael Westbrook on the 60-yarder and threw it forever. He was more
Keith Jackson on the call for that one.
He wasn't a pure.
Nelly.
In fairness, now to Cordell Stewart, the quarterback wasn't the same then.
Yeah, he threw for 2,000, 2,200, and 2,100
which was a
yards.
lot at the time.
He threw 12, 11, and 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, but he also, what were his running numbers? He wasn't a running quarterback, but he could.
102 for 524, 122 for 639.
Well, that's 6 yards a pop. That's significant. It's another 500-600 yards. I don't know, dude. I just think the impact you made on the university, Cordell Stewart made a heck of a lot bigger one than Shedeur Sanders. I got a problem with Shedeur Sanders' number being retired after 2 years.
Oh, that part, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I got a guy play 4 years, was an All-American.
He's not retired.
11-1, top 3, and his number's not retired, and it delegitimizes what Deion's doing.
Yeah.
It does. It's baloney. And I don't care. I don't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah.
I'm not anti-Shedeur. Go knock him out, kid.
Yeah.
But if we're going to be putting guy retiring numbers, come on, man. You went 14-14.
Yeah.
The media.
Is that what he was?
Yeah. Well, whatever. They went 3-9 and then went 10-3 or whatever.
Okay.
And by the way, why has the media now acted for 2 years, or why do people act like did Colorado win national titles that I missed?
No.
I mean, Deion was the Sportsman of the Year for winning 3 games,
Yeah.
and y'all want to talk about hate? What the hell? Shedeur's got his number retired after really one great year,
Yeah.
and Deion was the man of the year for 3 wins. So, yeah, if I'm Cordell Stewart, maybe I call the Alma today. Just curious, maybe put number 10 up there while you're at it.
Wouldn't be bad, guys.
You know, we were 11-1, number 3 in the country when I was there my senior year.
Not a bad thing.
Who'll be a better pro, Cordell Stewart or Shedeur Sanders?
That's a good question.
Yeah, Cordell went and became Slash. He didn't play quarterback very much.
13-12 for Shedeur.
13-12, your number retired.
Yeah.
Typically, have your number retired, you're a Heisman. I got no problem with Travis Hunter in 2 years. He won the Heisman.
Well, who was the quarterback in 2016? Because he had the same year that with Mike McIntyre, they lost the Alamo Bowl, just like Deion lost the Alamo Bowl this year.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
They went 10-4. These guys went 9-4.
Yeah.
Retire the number of the quarterback.
Right. I'm just saying, it's just undeserved.
Gary Barnett's
all.
quarterback. He went to 2 bowls in a row, whoever that may be. I don't know.
No one knows.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that's a fair point.
No, it's just,
that came out yesterday.
it's just, I mean, look,
They're retiring Travis Hunter,
right,
deservedly so.
Deservedly so. But why does Shedeur's number get retired? Because he chose Colorado? Listen, like I said, if you're going to have your number retired by a university, you're a first-team All-American, you're a Naismith, you're a Heisman winner, you win national titles, multiple, you stay 4 years in many cases.
Yeah.
If you're going to get your number retired in 2 years, you better be Walter Clayton Jr. First-team All-American national title, not a question at all. Put a name up there right now.
Should they retire Walter Clayton?
100%.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
I thought they should. When they do the banner, and they showed you the banner on Saturday.
First-team All-American or something.
Oh, it should say, national champions, SEC conference tournament champions, Walter Clayton Jr. first-team All-American.
Yeah.
I would put that on the banner.
But the fact,
honor that team.
Here's the interesting thing. Then you asked me, and it wasn't an illegitimate question. Should Clayton have his number retired? Mm-hmm. If you're asking that about him, and now you got Shedeur going up, that's the best way you can make my point.
Yeah.
And we're asking about Walter Clayton, and we're putting 13-12 number retired.
Mm-hmm.
It's insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a, conference title game appearance.
I am in the mood for a college football semi-controversy. I would really like to see the Power 5 shutout Nico.
Is it a possibility?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
But
I don't think he's going to end up where he thought he would.
Well, North Carolina was a hot rumor, and they're going a different route.
Good for them.
But
I wouldn't want Belichick's first real
SC, UCLA, maybe, that might be probably the option.
Yeah.
So,
well,
but it would be fun to me if he ended up, no disrespect to
Colorado
in
State.
the MAC.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Colorado State. Something like that.
Go play for Mullen. UNLV.
Yeah.
That'd be a good spot.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody out there in Vegas can scratch your back to this money you think you deserve. I mean, back-to-back days of undeserved quarterback, either wants or gets. Shador's number retired, and Nico, I'm leaving after that 42-17, shellacking you took in your last game.
Yeah.
You disappointed last year, Nico. He wants more money. Unbelievable. From 2.5 to 4 for losing.
I'd be like, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know that it's a good lesson in life when you have a, quote, bad year, don't fulfill expectation. Your sales numbers aren't quite what they want. What? You want a 75% raise?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's not how life works, I don't think. Last I heard, but, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? All right, well, we're just warming up. We got a good day today. We got to review the Masters one more time with Brunch with the Tour. A lot of stuff. We'll look ahead as well. I mean, obviously, this impact for the game of golf, just tremendous. We have we're going to talk about a golf tournament that's coming up here in Jacksonville. That's coming up at 8 o'clock, so we'll do that as well. And let's get the Dream Finders Homes poll question in. Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the Florida Gators, the PGA Tour, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. You can lock into a fixed 4.99% interest rate right now in 15 different locations.
15 different locations.
Yeah, 15. That's right. All over Jacksonville. Beautiful homes. Check them out. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dream Finders Danny sent you. Jeff, if DJ Lagway starts every game for Florida this fall, every game, what do you think their record will be? 9-3 college football playoff? 11-1 SEC game in Atlanta? 7-5, 8-4, schedule's too tough? Or total disaster regardless?
It's amazing. You gave every number than the one that I would say. But if you're going to allow me a playoff spot with a 9-3 record, I think if DJ Lagway plays every game, they'll go 10-2.
Yeah.
I think they're really good, the top 22.
Okay.
I think that the one deep.
Okay.
The one deep is really good. Is that enough to in the Rock'em Sock'em SEC? Probably not. So maybe you lose a game or two that you hoped you wouldn't. I know the schedule's somewhat tough, but guess what? Now when other teams have Florida on the schedule, their schedule's tough, and that hadn't been the case for the last 3 or 4 years. And no better example than the Miami game right off the bat, and we'll see what the difference is.
E, what say you?
I like that 9-3
if
option.
DJ Lagway starts every game for Florida this fall, what do you think their record will be? He was 6-1 as a starter last year, and the only game they lost was a game he had to leave because he got hurt.
Yeah, I like the 9-3 option right there.
I probably should have said if DJ Lagway finishes every game for Florida this fall. 9-3 college football playoff, the leader, by the way, 41.2%. 7-5, 8-4, scheduled too tough, 35.7.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But at some point, if you're really getting good, your schedule is no longer too tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Like Alabama and Georgia have tough schedules. You know what you never hear? A too tough schedule.
Yeah.
That two word means a lot.
Yep. Total disaster regardless, 10.8%. 11-1 SEC championship game in Atlanta, 12.3%. Got an hour left if you want to vote on the social media channels. EO posted it's a Dream Finders Homes poll question of
on the text line, FSU fans suggesting maybe DJU's number should be retired, along with his career, perhaps.
Oh, no.
All right, we're back with a 10-minute drill. Next, it is a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Big toys for big boys and so much more. You can count on Catlin.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
Now that the burden has been lifted and Rory McIlroy can go play golf freely in the majors because he has 5, the question is, how many more does he add? Yesterday we asked, is he a Mount Rushmore type of golfer all time? And the answer is not yet. But at 35 with 10 good years left of major competition, that's 40 more. Now, look, he only won 1 in the last 10 years. So if he wins 1 more, he's had a Hall of Fame career with 6. But can he add 2, 3, 4? Maybe. But you know when the great chance to strike is? This year. Quail Hollow for the PGA. his home country for the Open Championship. So it'll be very interesting to watch Rory McIlroy. He certainly will have all of our attention, even just the sports fans.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
Intercepted. It's Rasheed Mathis to win it for Jacksonville.
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects? Or top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's is the name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
One of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family. That's where Matt Henson steps in, and that's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Henson and the Henson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney Matt is, but have you done your last will? This will allow you to get to your assets to the people that you choose. You love your family. You make the decisions. Planning will help minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Henson's your guy. He'll guide you through. He'll provide you the info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Henson Law Firm. You got questions? Reach out to Matty. He's got the answers. 527-1700. That's 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Hi, I'm Karen, owner of Clay Solar Installation Partners, your local woman-owned solar company. Did you hear? JEA is raising rates again. With summer right around the corner, those power bills are only going to go up. But with solar, you can take control of energy costs and say goodbye to rising rates. At Clay Solar, we make switching easy and affordable. Stop paying more for power and own it. Visit claysolar.com to schedule a consultation today.
For the greenest, luscious lawn on the block, choose the local legends, Roundtree Sod. Don't just settle for ordinary. Let Roundtree Sod deliver you a picture-perfect lawn. To get a free estimate, call 7414-SOD. 7414-SOD.
Yo, 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 it's your boy E to the T here, and I know that getting into an accident is stressful, but getting the proper care doesn't have to be. That's why I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. Even if you're at fault, your insurance covers you. And remember, you have the right to choose your own doctor. Even a minor accident can cause whiplash for years if it goes untreated. So don't wait. Call the auto accident experts at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Your recovery starts today.
Before the picks come in, 1010XL will be all over the draft with every angle and option. 1010XL's draft coverage is brought to you by First Coast Recyclers and Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors. Roll through the offseason with AA Automotive.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews.
Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hi, this is Lisa the Botanista with a special invitation. Are you tired of scrolling through other people's boating adventures? Are you sick of liking your friends' posts out of jealousy when you see them on the water? Are you finally ready to cure the FOMO for Florida's greatest pastime, boating? Then I'd like to invite you to visit the Freedom Boat Club at the boat show and see what this Boating Made Simple is all about. We handle the cleaning, maintenance, storage, and all the hassles of an entire fleet in Jacksonville, Jacksonville Beach, and St. Augustine. You join the club and use the boats whenever you want. You can also go boating at over 350 locations across the U.S., Canada, and Europe. From water sports and cruising to inshore and offshore fishing, we've got you covered. We even include unlimited one-on-one water training for every membership, so you gain the confidence you need at the helm to have fun. See us at the boat show this month to learn about Boating Made Simple and receive a special discount on membership and start creating your own memories on the water. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
1010XL's draft previews are brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Abdul Carter would be a tremendous pick if he falls to the Jaguars at 5. The former Nittany Lion got pressure on 18.5% of his pass rushes last season, helping him register 12 sacks and 23.5 tackles for loss. His ability to play off the ball and off the edge will draw comparisons to Micah Parsons, and that would be a welcome addition to the teal and black arsenal already on the edge that features Josh Hines-Allen and Trayvon Walker.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox deal on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Yeah. We got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we love to hand out a prize pack, but he says it's razzle-dazzle. Lee, what do we got this week?
I got the iconic classic rock favorite, America. They're live at the Florida Theater April 23rd. Tickets are on sale now at floridatheater.com, but you can hit me up at the end of the 10-minute drill to win a pair of tickets yourself.
Yeah, this is a iconic day. On April 15th, 1947, Jackie Robinson broke baseball's color barrier when he made his Major League Baseball debut with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And the amazing thing that I said the other day is that this is 1947. How many years ago was that? 70? 50?
47 would
60?
be 80, 80, almost 80.
Almost 80 years ago?
Yeah.
His wife is still alive.
Wow.
102 years old. Rachel Robinson. I think those movies did Jackie Robinson some great justice.
Yeah, and
telling the story.
It was a good movie too.
It was a very good
really
movie.
good.
And yeah.
And I feel like it's especially important the further away. Like,
have you seen that movie?
When we were
42?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
When we were kids, even though I knew that Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier, but I also knew he was a multi-sport athlete.
Oh yeah.
Like I knew that as a kid. I don't think today he breaks the barrier, he's a great baseball player, but he's a fantastic athlete. He played basketball, right?
Yeah.
Also?
Yeah, and I think
ran track, I think.
His brother did something.
Did he?
He has a brother who won an Olympic medal or something.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen that somewhere too.
But yeah, you should. This guy, just so y'all who don't know, by the way, he was born in Georgia. But he
knew that too.
Was raised in California.
I say I knew these things. I watched that movie, so I'm sure a lot of them were kind of,
When he was at UCLA, he was better known for football than baseball.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He played other sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm sure he could have played in the NFL. Was it integrated yet? The NFL, when did it integrate? It may not have been. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah.
He was one of 4 black players on the Bruins 1939 football team.
Okay. So the NFL probably was.
They went undefeated, but had 4 ties. 6-0-4, UCLA, when he was there. He finished the season with 12.2 yards per attempt on 42 carries. In track, he was the 1940 NCAA champion in the long jump.
Okay.
Okay.
Did he play basketball also or no? I sworn I saw a picture of him in the basketball. Of course, I had
baseball was his worst sport at UCLA.
I had Don Hasselbeck with the Dolphins, so there's that. I'm hot today.
You're hot.
Alzheimer's is what I have.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
After he returned to California in December 1941 to pursue a career as a running back for the LA Bulldogs of the Pacific Coast Football League. But the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor ended Robinson's football career. He was drafted in 1942. But yeah, just an amazing life. I mean, everything that he did was incredible.
So you're a college football program, and you've made it through the spring. You've done your best to identify up-and-coming talent. You've tried to set your, your depth chart. You're now probably making plans to get set. Fans are starting to get excited, and then what do? They open up that portal again.
Oh yeah.
Why do we make it so easy?
By the way, just real quick. His brother Mac Robinson, silver medal in the 1936 Olympics. Where he broke the Olympic record in the 200 meters. The 1936 Summer Olympics were the ones in
Berlin. Yeah.
He finished second to
Jesse Owens.
Yeah.
That's also invented mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Very good. A lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead. I'm sorry. The portal's open. No, do it.
I just, we make it too easy. How about we start with the nonsense this way? Yeah, there's one portal from now on, boys. You got 6 days. This movement in college football is just ridiculous.
100%.
How about somebody step up and say, no more? No more. You get an opportunity. You don't get 7. Little Timmy doesn't get to go through spring practice, and boo-hoo, he's only third team, so he's transferring.
Yeah.
Because then little Timmy's going to have to work for Uncle Dan one day, and after his, first bout with failure, he's going to check out.
Yeah.
And look, here's another thing too. These dirty dogs, the kids don't have to wait to make their decision going to the portal. They got unscrupulous just sniffing around them all the time. You're not getting the playing time here. You'll get it at Auburn.
Yeah.
You're not getting the playing time here. You're going to get it at Michigan or wherever it is. The Gators have one area where a poacher would be sniffing around. It's the running back room. They got an incredible running back room with Jackson and Ball. And in this case, Traylon Webb was a superstar recruit. And by the way, he hadn't got to play much, but when he does, looks fine.
He was playing good last year, I thought, when he got hurt.
He's the perfect, he's the perfect example of what happens in the transfer portal these days.
Yeah.
Georgia or Auburn or Bama or whatever big school doesn't have a running back, comes in and plucks him.
Yeah.
I found it interesting yesterday. And by the way, he would also be in one of those where you wouldn't blame him if he did. He's not, I should be getting something that I don't deserve. He's just working and continuing to make an impact down there.
I don't know him, but I know him a little bit just because.
We've had him in here a couple times.
And my son got to play against him. Great kid.
Yeah, super.
Seemed like a really nice kid.
Well, he doubled down. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And by the way, Billy has shown that he'll go with the hot hand at running back. Montrell Johnson sat a lot for as good as he was.
Yes.
I mean, really, when he was healthy and ready to go, he lost snaps to guys who were running well. So I think there's room for, and boy, they signed her back too, man. The talent has caught up in Gainesville. It's all on Billy now. He's got no excuses. Now look at that roster, Hick. I think it's pretty good. I think when the All-SEC comes out, they're going to have 3 or 4 guys. I mean, this is a rapid departure from where they have been sitting around. But my bigger point was the portal has opened back up, and there's really not a lot of news on the Florida side.
Yeah. He's only had 47 carries in 2 years.
No, he hasn't gotten to play at all. It'd be easy, though, to get frustrated, even if you went to Samford, wherever, Jacksonville State, just to play. Guys like to play. We forget that, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, it's tough. So anyway, wish him well and see what happens. But yeah, and by the way, there's no indication he's gone in the portal. You're just bringing that up as an example.
No, I'm bringing it up that he tweeted out, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay, good for him.
It was already kind of, suggested that he could be a portal guy. No, he, said, hey, I don't know what, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I bring it up as an example. And I think it's, when I said earlier, you asked me what's the ceiling for Gator football based on your poll question. And I say this not as a homer. I say this objectively.
Yes, sir.
Their top 22 is top 4 in the league. I believe that. I think they can go out with the way the 22 was playing at the end of last year, that D-line, that offensive line, that stable of backs, quarterback who's been nearly unbeatable as a starter. The problem is they're not going to have the 22. They're going to have 14 of them because that's how football is.
We have an interesting group of draft attendees in Green Bay next week. 17 in all, but there are some storylines here that like Jackson Dart will be there. Who knows? Probably feeling good about it, but who knows? Jihad Campbell. I know he's had an injury thing. I don't know where he's got. These are guys that could. One of these guys is going to fall, is my point. Matthew Golden is going. Will Johnson is going. Jalen Milroe is going. Josh Simmons, who's thought of very highly by some, but is coming off an injury, will be there. Shamar Stewart is that guy who could go as high as 5
or 55.
Yeah, I mean, so we got some. Michael Williams.
You would like to think that if you make especially if you're one of those guys, I think they get bad intel, Dan. I think there's some dude up there. Sure, he's going to go 21st to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota's going to get to 21st and either trade or go somewhere else, and you're going to be sitting there. You gave me at least there could be a crowd at the end of round 1.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I heard 5-6 guys there. I don't think are going in the first round.
Well, I mean, again, I don't know if they want them there for the second day because they don't usually come back when they don't get picked.
And it might help if they start taking guys who don't expect to be in round 1. Then you're not as disappointed. Like Milroe, does he expect to be a first rounder? They probably do. Probably inevitably they get sucked into believing that, they're going, second round. No, I'm going 18th, man. The so-and-so, the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I have a glorious Hawks buddy on the text line, and now on my phone. We communicate often about the Hawks. And
yes. Who do you draw?
Braves.
Who do you play?
We played the Magic tonight in the play-in. I think the play-in is so stupid, but, considering this is our 5th time in it, I guess it would make sense. I would think that. Play-in is great if you're 9 or 10 and they're letting you back in. But when you finish 7th or 8th, like Atlanta does every year, you should just be in the playoffs. It's stupid.
Yeah.
But he is texting me that Hawks plus 5.5 on their way to Boston. Book it. Flies in the face of every couple of weeks I give you an easy one, low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Magic minus 5.5, and go ahead and spend it.
You're going against your Hawks guy.
Martha, they're going to lay a lumber licking on them.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
Because they're much better.
The Hawks were playing pretty good, weren't they?
The Hawks, all their guys are hurt. I mean, they just played the Magic on Sunday where neither team played any of their guys. It was like roster spot 6 through 15.
Mm-hmm.
When they played the Magic last week when it mattered, where they were still trying to be the 7 seed, where you get to host this game instead of going to Orlando, and they lost that game in Orlando.
Okay.
Orlando.
Where's the game tonight?
It's in Orlando. If Banchero's missed a lot of time, Wagner's missed a lot of time, Suggs has missed time.
They're back.
When those guys are back, they're good. They're probably more like the Knicks than they are the Hawks.
Yeah.
So I'm predicting a Magic win by 12 tonight. So for what it's worth.
Okay. Wow.
Sure.
Is there just the one playing game tonight?
No, there's a
West Coast
I don't know. Yeah, there is. I think the Golden State game is tonight, but I'm not sure. There's 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow.
Is Golden State in a playing game?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they
lost that game to the Clippers and knocked them down to 7, which the NBA is. The NBA did all this.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA manipulated it so that the Warriors would be the 7th seed.
Is this a one and done game, or is this so you lose, you go play somebody else game?
If you're a 7 or 8, you get a mulligan.
Okay.
9 plays 10.
Uh-huh.
The loser's done.
Is that tonight? Are you 9 and 10? Or are you 7 and 8?
We're 7 and 8.
Okay.
So 7 and 8 play.
Mm-hmm.
Winner is the 7.
Okay.
The loser hosts the winner of 9-10.
Oof.
It's dumb.
You become a play-in expert. That's what happens when your team's in it a bunch of years in a row.
I'm an expert on the play-in.
Yeah. You've got the play-in figured out.
5th time.
Yeah. Is it the 5th
time?
No, it's not.
Well,
has it been around for 5 years?
Well, no. 5th game because we've either won one and had to go or lost.
Okay.
Like one year we just won and went in.
Yeah.
Another year we lost and then we won and went in.
Is the winner of 7 and 8 in the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay. And then they go play who? 1 or 2?
They play the 2 seed.
They play 2.
Which is what this is why the NBA put Golden State in the 7 hole. Because they'll win the play-in, then they'll play the number 2 seed.
Which is?
Houston.
They'll beat them.
But it's more important because the Lakers are the 3 seed. They want to set up Lakers-Warriors round 2, Steph LeBron. So that's why they configured this all. NBA games are all rigged. Yeah. It's like it'll come out that the NBA is the WWE one day.
Question for E, Laker expert. Will Bronny play in the postseason?
No, Bronny ain't getting no postseason, man.
I heard that Colorado is retiring Bronny's number.
See, man, why
USC.
Bronny taking these
You
shots,
mean USC?
bro?
No, Colorado.
Oh, Colorado.
Yeah, why not?
It's crazy.
You think Bronny should have his number retired at USC?
Depending on how much money his daddy donate.
Hang it from the rafters, baby. Hang it. Listen, 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. Tell them what they're going to win.
I got the iconic classic rock favorite, America. They're coming to the Florida Theater April 23rd, and I got tickets. Tickets are on sale right now at FloridaTheater.com. But one lucky winner can win some right now at 904-641-1010. Come on, somebody.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Live play-by-play sports were made for radio.
Well, there is advertising worth the price of admission.
And 1010XL was made for you.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interests first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Get ready for the best prices ever on all diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets at Beard's Diamonds. For 7 days, April 21st through 27th, you will get up to 40% off. Yes, 40%. Locally owned Beard's Diamonds always beats the big corporate store prices. But next week, they're taking value to a whole new level. All diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets are on sale. Big time. Best prices ever. You save up to 40%. Don't miss this first time ever buying opportunity. Next week only, and only at Beard's Diamonds, St. John's Town Center. Shop local, shop Beards.
Spring is in the air. Time to wake up your lawn with Heroes Lawn Care. Say goodbye to pesky mosquitoes with their organic and spray treatments. Perfect for outdoor fun. Keep your lawn clean and fresh with their pet waste removal for homes and businesses. Heroes Lawn Care takes care of it all. From mowing, edging, fertilizer, to irrigation, and much more. Visit heroeslawncare.com.
1010XL's draft previews are brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida. Be a Big.
Travis Hunter is an exciting two-way player whose world-class athleticism and ball skills help him shine on both sides of the field. Hunter is an instinctive, natural football player with a feel for making the biggest plays at the biggest times. Jacksonville would need to make a decision on where and how to play Hunter if they drafted him with the 5th pick, but he's capable of making a good number of winning plays as a future star, no matter the choice.
Yo, E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar, Twin Peaks. Scratch kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
Experience MJ the Musical at the Jacksonville Center for Performing Arts, April 22nd through 27th. For a chance to win tickets, text MJ Fans to the text line covered by Lifetime Flooring at 641-1010.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res. This month, get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner. You'll get 25% off all cleaning services. That's right, 25% off. Check out 8,000 raving customer reviews if you don't believe me online. Call them, 904-287-5727, or visit their website, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Hacker here, and guess what my scale reads? 195 pounds. I'm shocked seeing that number, but it's there every month. The weight is staying off after dropping 122 pounds. Absolutely life-changing. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
Out with the old, in with the organized. Mia here for my friends at Closets by Design. Freshen up your home this spring with a custom organization solution. For a limited time, take advantage of our spring special and enjoy exclusive savings on closets, garages, home offices, and more. That's 40% off with an additional 50% off with 12-month special financing through April. Spring on this deal before it's gone. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation with Closets by Design.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us here on a Super Tuesday. A lot to talk about today, but we're going to slow things down just a bit here, and we're going to talk with a special family here that we've got in. We've got Brian and Kim Kelly. Right? How we doing, Brian and Kim Kelly?
We're doing great.
And we got Susan Pittman from Drug Free Duval, and they're here to talk about a golf tournament. They got a golf tournament coming up, the Alive Golf Classic. It's coming up Monday. And we got a place for you to go get more information. And let's have Brian and Kim sort of tell their story first, because it's something that's near and dear to them, and something that they're willing to talk about, and something that's a tough thing to talk about, but something that we need to talk about. I think is probably the best way to put it. What did you guys say? So
Check.
Yeah,
You hit 4 boxes there.
Yeah. So you guys tell us about your son and his struggles and what happened and why you're doing this golf tournament.
You want?
We watched Palmer struggle with addiction for years, and he fought hard to get clean. And at the time, this wasn't really talked about.
Right.
And unfortunately, he lost his battle with addiction July 11th, 2020. And about a year and a half or so after, God just put it on my heart to use our tragedy to help other families, because this is a disease that no one talks about.
Right.
There's guilt, shame, and embarrassment attached to it, and I wanted to try and change that. So Palmer, he was fun. He loved to have fun. He loved the game of golf, and he was good at it. He liked being with people. He would love this, that we are having a golf tournament to raise awareness, to chip away,
yes,
pun intended,
yes,
at the stigmas that surround this disease. He would love it, and towards the end of his life, he was helping other people who struggled with addiction.
Yeah.
So that is how Alive came to be. Alive stands for all life is valuable, everyone.
Yes.
No matter where you've been
Very
or
good.
what you've done, your life is valuable. And I hope that day, that's the message that people leave with. We will have resource tables as well.
Good.
For there's some wonderful organizations here, Drug Free Duval being one of them, that will be there at the tournament with brochures and information to hand out.
As a parent, there's a self-awareness that you just don't have as to what's going on, and that's called the generation gap. And I'm sure our parents faced it, and so whatever you did as a kid, by the time you're a parent, they're doing something else. And that's something else. Listen, 1 out of every, and y'all know the number, 1 out of every 4 or 6 or 10 is going to hit that young man or woman's brain different than it's hitting the other 9. They're going to be able to get up tomorrow and go do their thing as if they just did the high school shenanigans. And so that awareness gets then tamped down, as you said, through shame or other areas. And man, if you can catch it quick and if you can find out, at the end of the day, man, is you got to start with they got to turn it down, don't they? They have to be aware that this could be a lot more than just having a little Friday night fun with your friends.
Exactly. So, Jeff, we say in the prevention world that prevention is the best cure.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you don't start, you don't have to worry about it.
Best way to quit drugs don't
exactly
start. And kids today, I think, are starting to understand there's a ratcheting up here, gang. Now, you're leaving this little friendly confines of party land, and you're going somewhere dark and dangerous. So be careful. And it's darker and dangerous for some more than others.
And I want to point out that it was an accidental poisoning.
Sure.
It was. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Brian. One of the things that we want to let everyone know, it can happen to anybody.
Right.
I mean, Palmer, both parents grew up in private school. Was a
Loving
fantastic
family.
junior golfer. Won plenty of golf tournaments. Played for high school. Had some collegiate offers. And his issue was cocaine, and he was doing great, living in a sober living facility. We thought this was it because he had done this on his own, and he relapsed. And unfortunately, there was fentanyl laced drugs, and that's
just another layer of evil to this whole thing.
He didn't know it. That wasn't what he thought was happening. But that's the other part of it that we want to let people know. It is everywhere and in everything.
Practically, what's the help step?
What's the help step?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Well, engagement, although these were super engaged parents, super engaged parents. But we need to know there's so much out there right now, guys, that is actually legal. It's there's the landscape of substances is changing
Xanax and
rapidly.
Adderall and
that's
all
laced
of these
with
things.
fentanyl most likely if you buy it illicitly. So it's really critical, and I'm just as a person who's struggled to raise awareness for years. This is amazing that we are going to have a golf tournament in honor of an amazing young man. Y'all didn't mention he's also is a dad.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a little 6-year-old.
He left us a grandson, and we can't be any more grateful to the folks at Hidden Hills, Russ and Tracy Libby. They have been fantastic in helping us through this.
Good.
And next year's their 60th anniversary, and what's really interesting is that I played junior golf there in 1960 and one of Palmer's first junior golf tournaments was at Hidden Hill.
That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about the golf tournament, just to give us the particulars. So if folks want to get involved, it's coming up this Monday. It's the Alive Golf Classic. And how can you go? How can you register if you want? Because we can still use some. We got a couple spots for some foursomes still. Okay, so tell us a little bit about how we can get involved if we need to.
Well, you can go to the Drug Free Duval website.
Okay.
And there is a link on there where you can just go and register.
Very
online.
prominent. You'll be able to see it very easily.
Okay.
I said it's real easy.
So it's just Drug Free Duval. Just type that in. It'll pop up.
Drugfreeduval.org.
.org. Okay.
Not com.
Yeah, and the Live Golf Classic will pop up. You can register. You can donate. You can put up a sign. We'll take all comers.
Okay. I want to reemphasize one thing before we let you go. Something that Kim said early in all this. For anybody who's kicking around, why me, or this happened to me, Kim did what people should do. And she took a terrible, terrible stormy sea and realized that there can be something beneficial on the other side of that storm. And if more people did that, we'd be in a better place. So, and I know that I know the journey you probably took to get to that piece, and I'm glad that you've found at least that slice.
Jeff, may I add one thing?
Yeah.
Because you did ask the question, what can we do? And it's critical. And the reason, I'm going to get teary.
No, good.
Okay. To have the community
Sure.
engaged.
Yeah.
Because y'all, it's bigger. These are parents who engaged, who love their kids, who did everything right.
Yeah.
And it's got to be something that we all care about, that we understand signs and symptoms, that we offer alternatives, that we as a community really engage and wrap ourselves around the options.
There's just half the story. This isn't happening to just to some certain segment of society.
Right.
In fact, it may be happening more to this segment because of the stuff that's used.
Right.
And that's the thing is addiction does not care what zip code you live in.
Right.
Whether you're rich or poor, what race you are, it affects everyone. This is a human life issue.
Right.
I think people need to understand, too, that addiction's like diabetes.
Yes.
Not some choice of weakness. It's really not for some people. Not maybe everyone. You can't rationalize every failure that you have as a person on your decision making, but for some, that's a different deal, and that's probably hard for some people to understand.
It is.
Thank you for pointing that out.
And the
because it's
more
true.
education we get on addiction,
right.
more people will understand this is a disease. It affects people differently.
And if there's anybody out there listening right now and you're getting anything out of that, then act on it.
Yes.
Be part of our
Turn it
tournament.
around.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
See you Monday.
Easy.
Come
Yeah.
together.
You
Go
can
play
come
golf.
out and have a good time
Yeah.
and talk about this.
Yeah.
Break down those
No
stigmas.
judgment that day.
And just so y'all know, our text line is lighting up, and they appreciate everything that's going on right now.
Thank you.
This is a very powerful segment.
Eye opener. Good.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate
Well, good
you
luck,
guys.
y'all.
It's Brian and Kim Kelly and Susan Pittman from Drug Free Duval. Go to drugfreeduval.org. And sign up. It's coming up. There's still some spots available if you want to help out, however you want to do it.
Contribute in ways outside of whatever happens Monday, I'm
Feel
sure.
free, because they're and it's again, thank you all so much for telling your story. I know it's difficult, obviously, and I can, we only think about, you just don't ever want to be in those shoes, regardless of however it happens. So God bless you both. Thank you so much for coming in and telling. Drug Free Duval, thank you, Susan. Appreciate you.
Thank
and
you
again,
both for taking the time.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Making this
Sure.
apparent.
Oh yeah,
We appreciate you.
Hidden Hills. This Monday.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Shotgun start at 9 a.m.
All right, cool.
You playing?
I'm playing.
Yeah, better play.
Going low?
We
Go
love
low.
you guys to play. Okay, y'all can play.
Thank you.
No box lunches. We're having a cookout.
Even better.
I like it.
Even better. All right, that's coming
All
up
right.
this
God bless
Monday.
y'all.
This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
And I think to myself,
Are you?
this is 1010XL. Oh, what a wonderful world.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town, setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and about your air. Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, why is it that when you look at how long a store has been in business, that it always seems to be the stores like Underwood's that sell fine quality that have been around the longest?
Frank, that's a question that really doesn't get asked a lot, but it should be. There are a number of reasons, but probably the biggest is because of the endorsements our longtime customers and their pieces of jewelry have given us through the years. You see, when you sell really fine quality jewelry, that piece will last longer and always stay beautiful. It might stay in the same family for generations, and through those years of wear, a lot of compliments will be made and a lot of people will be told where the piece of jewelry came from. You see, at a store like Underwood's, it's our stated goal to be the best jeweler in the South, not the biggest, so everything we do and carry has to help move us toward that goal. And ultimately, it's the satisfied customers wearing fine quality jewelry that have kept Underwood's in Jacksonville since 1928.
Underwood's in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Yo, it's your main man E.T. here. And if you've ever been injured in an accident, visit my buddy Dr. McGowan at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. You have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits. Even if you're at fault, no matter what you hear, you have the right to choose your own doctor. And I recommend the team at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. They're auto experts, and they will guide you through every step of the way to ensure the care that you need. Your recovery starts with McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation.
Hi, I'm Jeff Breyer, president of Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring.
And I'm Zach Breyer. When my dad started in business in 1990, I wasn't even born yet.
That's true. And after 35 years and nearly 20,000 satisfied customers, we literally have a showroom in every neighborhood.
So whether you need more outdoor living space with a glass or screen enclosure, or you're looking to transform your home with new flooring, we've got you covered.
Visit our websites, or better yet, do yourself a favor and stop by one of our showrooms on Phillips Highway to experience the Lifetime difference and receive 20% off your purchase.
Friendly competition meets great futures. It's the Birdies and Bounces Tournament presented by the Mackenzie Noel Wilson Foundation, Friday, May 9th at the Yards. Where else can a pickleball tournament, 15 holes of golf, food, fun, beverages, raffles, and great activities help a worthy organization like the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida, where 59 clubs serve nearly 6,000 youth daily. For tickets and team registration, email Charlie C. at bgcnf.org.
Paying rent can feel like throwing money away. And when you're spending so much, it can be hard to see yourself buying a home. So Rocket Mortgage is helping you put your monthly rent towards home ownership with Rent Rewards. For the first time, save up to $5,000 off the cost of your first home just by paying rent. Only at Rocket Mortgage. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, presented by Riddle Wellness. As the NFL draft kicks off next week, here's Liam Cohen's plans for the Jags O-line.
From that standpoint, we're always looking to add to the roster, whether it's through the draft, free agency, things like that. But I do believe we brought in some players to come help compete in that room. A couple, obviously with Hainsey knowing the system and Makari playing a lot of football and guys coming in, it's only going to help, right? Help add competitiveness to the room and also just some accountability to knowing the system. That'll help everybody in that room. So it's cool. Both of our centers actually know a version of the system in different ways, but it's only going to help bringing those guys in.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 63 degrees at 8 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Boom, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, boom, 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 ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom. I feel so good.
Welcome back.
Come payday.
Appreciate y'all on the text line.
Things I'm gonna buy when
chiming in during that segment. That's an important segment. Appreciate Kelly's coming by and telling their story. It's a tough thing to talk about, but something that needs to be talked about, and it's the Alive Golf Classic. If you guys can help out, that would be awesome.
Yes, sir.
That would be great, and that's coming up Monday at Hidden Hills. All right. Shout out to Michael Darrell Hicks. I saw this from JU. 14th Dolphin in MLB history after making his debut with the Angels. So congratulations to that young man. Man, you make it to the show. Gosh, there's nothing quite like that story. And listen, there's some like Paul Skeens, Caglione, them boys, they're going to the bigs. But the guy who, goes through it and grinds and, works his way through college and then somehow keep playing professional ball. I was watching something listening to something on ESPN the other day. They had the Savannah Bananas because ESPN's hooked up with the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, I saw that on SportsCenter yesterday.
Yeah. And
you see Travis Hunter was with them last week.
He did a backflip.
Yeah.
You're missing your calling on that. I don't know how much money he's going to make, but you would fit right in with the Bananas. He would be a great showman with the Bananas.
You have to be able to play baseball.
Yeah,
No,
they're talented, man.
No, he can be the first base coach, bro. He doesn't have to be the baseball.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
I give something that's not a playing.
Yeah.
I tear that baseline. What's that line called? I tear that line up.
Yeah, it's a baseline.
Yeah,
you had it right the first time.
Yeah, I tear
Probably need to know it's called a baseline before we get you the job.
But anyway,
it's actually the base path. But also
the guys we're talking about their journey because they're good baseball players.
Yeah, they just can't quite make it.
But they also have to be entertainers.
Yeah.
And the owner of
more entertaining.
Yes.
You got to have some.
Yes.
It's like when you watch a movie, you always like it more if the guy looks like he's athletic. That's the Bananas.
they got good gloves though, man. Some of the stuff they do.
Let's say Patrick Cantlay was the golf version of the Bananas. He wouldn't be a Savannah Banana because he has no. You got to have personality. You got to have some verve. You got to have some style. You got to have.
And you also got to have some creativity. They're
Correct.
working on. You never consider baseball to be a trick shot game.
Yeah.
Like you can do trick shots in football, and basketball, and hockey. You can, but baseball doesn't feel like a trick shot game, and they made it one.
Yeah. 100%.
Like these guys, dude. I mean, and by the way, a high fly to center, and the dude will just jump up and do a backflip as he catches it. Have you seen these guys?
Oh
lately?
yeah, they're incredible.
It's unbelievable, man. This isn't just some little parlor trick where the hidden ball trick. I mean, these guys are like,
it's creative.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, dangerous. Quite frankly, it's like a regular baseball player tried. He might take one right in the chops.
Didn't I see the guy went up to bat the other day with his bat was on fire, like a flaming bat?
Bro, I watched a dude pitch on stilts.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on stilts and he pitched an inning. It was incredible.
Yeah, I saw a guy. He caught the ball, and you know how a basketball player will dribble the ball behind his back. He did it with his glove, and he threw that thing right on target to first base. Mm-hmm. So impressive.
I went to the Bananas game when it was here. It's a lot of fun.
Jam packed.
They did 2 different games. Couple things like the owner, the guy with the ideas. The showman, the guy who wears the banana.
Yeah, he's like the maestro, ain't he?
Yes, he's like the ringleader. Anyway, he said, we're talking about some of the rules and stuff. And he goes, everybody loves if the fan catches a fly ball, it's an out, pop fly, it's an out in the stands. He goes, but the things that we really like are we love the 2-hour limit because we feel like we have, like if there's 20 minutes left, you're like, let's see how it turns out. You know what I mean? So you don't go, because the game's over in 2 hours.
Yeah.
They put a clock on the screen and they count it down. And off they go, and they get that game in. And the other thing they do, I think if you walk, you run till everybody has to touch the baseball. There's it's just some fun stuff. Again, nothing like Major League Baseball, but yet it's still baseball. So it's a great thing. And I don't know how we got on that, but I was talking about the story of making it to the bigs.
Yeah.
So some of these kids, they played college baseball. They got drafted. They just didn't quite make it, like you said. But they also have personality and style and substance, and that's what allows them to be Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, and I would encourage any youngster out there that if you want to do something in baseball, you don't have to be a player.
Yeah.
If you love the game, that's how Dan and I have ended up doing what we did. We love sports. Can we play pro sports? No. We're certainly a path to do what you love. Yeah. And so if you love baseball and you've grown up playing and you're just, you're going to maximize high school, college, minor league, wherever it is, there's plenty else that can be done. And the Banana is just another, outlet for that.
Yesterday was the 160th anniversary of some significant American historical event.
160.
What happened 160 years ago yesterday?
That's what we got. Civil War ended.
That's a good guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to read you this, and this is from Associated Press.
Okay.
This is
a league started, MLB.
It's a good guess. Also, this is poor journalism at its finest.
The Lead, LEDE.
Thank you. And this comes. I'm helping you all out there learn. You kids who are headed to school, pay attention. This is not the way to do things. Okay. Dateline, Washington, April 14th.
Okay.
President Lincoln and wife visited Ford's Theater this evening for the purpose of witnessing the performance of The American Cousin. It was announced in the papers that General Grant would also be present, but that gentleman took the late train of cars for New Jersey. The theater was densely crowded, and everybody seemed delighted with the scene before them.
Except Abe.
How much have I read? What's the lead of this story?
I assume this was some sort of retrospective as if it wasn't happened. This is literally like the story describing the assassination of the president.
During the third act, and while there was a temporary pause for one of the actors to enter, a sharp report of a pistol was heard, which merely attracted attention but suggested nothing serious until a man rushed to the front of the president's box, waving a long dagger in his right hand, exclaiming, "Sic Semper Tyrannis," and immediately leaped from the box, which was in the second tier, to the stage beneath, and ran across to the opposite side, made his escape amid the bewilderment of the audience from the rear of the theater, and mounted a horse and fled. The groans of Mrs. Lincoln first disclosed the fact that the president had been shot.
Yeah, that's got to be like the commentary of that day.
Bro!
Like there had to be a
What's the lead?
There had to be a news article, and then they're just trying to set the scene. That has to be it. You cannot write a story about the president being shot and get to it in the paragraph number 8.
President Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. We don't even mention he's been shot until we get down to
that's gotta
8,
be,
9, 10 sentences in.
It's got to be the accompanying column.
This is Associated Press. The Dispatch from 1865.
Yeah.
That's poor journalism, people. Just thought I'd bring that up.
We do have a lot of this is worth piggybacking, putting a bow on our last segment in the golf tournament that's coming up on Monday. So there's just some, listen, you guys got, you got help. Help might be the wrong word, but anyway, there's support out there.
Yes.
And some of that support is hearing the success. Nothing prepares you to be successful like hearing stories of success. But anyway, just a couple. I'll be sober for 7 years this June. It's the best decision I ever made.
Good.
I knew Palmer through mutual friends. He was a great guy. What a great event they're putting on.
Good.
Good morning from Middleburg. What an amazing segment. Coincidentally, today is my 34th anniversary from checking into a lockdown rehab facility. It was life-changing. Life is so much better on this side of the tracks. I'm now 62, retired nurse. Praise God that he allowed me to go through rehab and get to where I am today. And we've had a lot more like that. So
Good.
So
yeah.
good.
Yeah. And again, that's the Alive Golf Tournament. It's at Hidden Hills. And you can certainly participate if you would like. Appreciate all y'all telling your stories, too. And they are great. It's good to have stories like.
Did you see?
Yes, sir.
Did you see this video that went viral in these parts for the attire, but Mason Graham's personal workout out there in California?
I did.
Does that say anything to you? I don't think Mason Graham went and bought Jaguars gear. I don't think the Jags sent him gear. It's curious to me that he would, like, if he visited here and had a workout, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because then you give the guy your gear. But the fact that he's out in California sport, is he just resigned to what the rest of us are? Every mock draft says he's a Jag?
No, I don't know. For all we know, Jake gave it to him. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. No, I know. I
Or it could be a different Jaguar organization.
No, it's the same.
It was.
Was it Jacksonville Jaguars? I saw it said Jaguars, but
then they show them. I saw one that showed what that model shirt is.
Okay.
It's a Jacksonville Jaguars shirt. But
all right.
I mean, it kind of blows your cover for not having any visits if your pick is going to be sporting.
Yeah.
You might not put him in a Jags helmet while you're at it, E.
Interesting here. This is Pete Prisco, who has put out the best at each position. In other words, best edge, Abdul Carter, easy. It's a so-so class. Best interior, he says, Graham, but has some concerns. Solid class.
Yeah, I don't want anything solid or concerning at the 5 pick. I want unbelievable upside superstar in Bloom. That's what I want.
Best linebacker, Walker, solid class. Best cornerback, Hunter, but since wide receiver, we'll go with Hairston for this, solid class. Best nickel, Wally Watch, and best safety, Starks, decent class. That's just Pete Prisco a few minutes ago on the defensive side of the ball. Now, on the offensive side of the ball, he says the best offensive tackle is Josh Simmons. That's the Ohio State kid. Best guard is Booker, good class. Best center, not a great class like Monheim.
We need a guard, good class, so that was good news.
Best quarterback, Ward, average class. Best running back, Genty, loaded class. Best wide receiver, Hunter, star, good class. Best tight end, Love, top 3. Loveland, when healthy, good class. He likes Loveland over Ty Warren. So,
and Mason Taylor shows up in there too. Some of them.
Yeah.
Others.
So anyway, it'll be.
Well, I tell you what was good there.
That's just Prisco's opinion.
I don't like taking an average. Not average. It's not fair to call a guy going 5th average. I don't know, man. Call me too much a lover of the sexy, but I I get and I'm not saying I just get Taven Bryan vibes. When you just go with a stuffy guy in the middle of the line, man, I worry about what that ceiling is.
Mm-hmm.
We've already, listen, you can only sell me so much on floor raising. I need a ceiling raiser at some point.
Okay.
Doesn't feel like Mason Graham's a ceiling raiser. You'd just be right in line with making your overall roster better. Do you think Mason Graham's going to ever have a year where, what did he max out in college? 3.5 sacks?
Well, let me put it this way. You think Mason Graham's better than the Fisk kid from FSU?
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope.
It
might not be.
Oh.
They could have just drafted the Fisk kid wrong. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Fisk was a good player.
He was a really good player.
Was he good? He wasn't good enough to be the 5th pick. If he went back last year, he wouldn't go 5th. He'd be good.
Oh, but I'm just saying.
We got the 5th pick.
Yeah.
So I can't be dealing with, we have a need a defensive tackle to take the 14th prospect or wherever you have him. Be nice to see that board. They have him high.
Yeah, he's high in all.
He's
high on every board.
It feels like a self-fulfilling prophecy with this Mason Graham, though. He's just the only guy that doesn't budge. Even Carter I'll see at 8, or somebody I'll see somewhere. Not this guy, 4 or 5, everywhere.
Everywhere. College basketball coaching news as we head to break. NYU head coach Dave Klatsky expected to join Todd Golden's staff at Florida as an assistant. Klatsky helped lead NYU to the Division III championship where they lost. He's the brother-in-law of Columbia head coach Kevin Hovde, who knows Golden well.
Hovde was at Florida, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Isn't that where this guy left to go to Columbia? Or
no, I don't think that was.
Okay. The news for the Gator basketball program really out of Saturday's celebration down in the swamp, I think it was a good idea to do it. Those guys got their $60,000 to love. They're never getting that in a basketball-only celebration. So I was cool with the way it went down. But I did see that, it's official that Condon is going to at least test his draft status. So put himself in, which I assume means he'll be going to the combine, all the stuff Walter Clayton did last year.
Yeah.
And then hopefully he makes the right decision. The right decision, it's not my place to make Condon's decision. I promise you, if Alex Condon comes back, he's going to go 15, 20 spots higher in next year's draft. That's a lot of money. So why go in the draft now and be the 32nd pick and spend 2 years in the G League? Come back to Florida, get even better, get better, more experience handling the ball, fit that big man, kind of slot that's in the NBA now. These bigger, taller guys that can bomb threes and run the floor. So
yeah.
I'd like to see him come back. And if he does, Florida's probably sneaky better than people would expect him to be.
That front line will be awesome if Condon's back.
Man,
awesome.
There's a baseball team that.
Oh no.
Yeah,
oh boy.
They never go too far, and in your mind it's like every year, but it's actually probably been 2 or 3 years. But God bless them in 2021, they beat the Dodgers in the West and sent LA to us as a wild card. So thank you very much. But the Giants are 12-4. It's like it just doesn't matter what they do or who they bring.
Well, it does matter. They made a big change. They had wallowed for a few years, and now they got Buster Posey from their glory days running the show out there. And
what did they add though? I know they got Adames. Was that it? They lost Conforto. It was not.
Well,
great.
who's having a hell of a year is Wilmer. Got off to a great start.
Yeah, he's been there. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm shocked. Did they add I'm just shocked. They're 12-4. They're ahead of the Dodgers.
It's very early.
It is very early, but we are 10% through.
Yeah.
It's not 2 games. San Diego's 14-3. San Francisco's 12-4. The Dodgers are 12-6. And even the Diamondbacks are 9-7. The whole playoffs are going to be the NL West.
Yeah. They still have Logan Webb. They have Robbie Ray.
Like the lineup, those just
Jordan Hicks. Is he the kid from St. Louis?
Yeah.
He's out there.
He's been there, though.
Has he?
I'm pretty sure.
Matt Chapman re-signed with him, so you had him and Adames.
Maybe they're just off to a fast start. I don't know. Their schedule may have been.
I think Yaz is hitting well.
Yeah.
That I don't want to say his name wrong, but Jung-Hoo Lee is healthy. He hit a couple home runs the other night.
Yeah.
So
12-4 is a nice start. I'd like to be 12-4. Is I guess all I'm trying to say. I wish I was 12-4, not 5-11, looking like a jackass every night.
You didn't look like a jackass.
Nah, they hit last night. Sean Murphy, ironically, has been the one. Is off to the best start. He was injured.
I've been sitting back here, but I'm willing to make this bet with you that what's their record right now?
They're 6-11, 5-11. Sorry, 5-11. I gave him too much credit.
All right, I will say 34 games in there at 500. You want some of that action? 17-17.
Yeah, there's no way in the world that I'm going to bet on and then turn
E,
hope,
what do you think?
Hope for my team to not
Can I allow him to continue to just absolutely destroy the Braves?
Hold on now.
And he won't make a bet that they're going to be at 500 in a couple weeks.
They literally have the second worst record in the National League.
I'm willing to say now. I'm calling you out.
Like constantly, like I'm talking about the Reds or the Cardinals who are 8-8. I'm talking about the worst team in the East and second worst in the league.
I'm just saying, the way you talk about them, they're like a 100-loss team.
Yeah, they won't be 7. Well, guess what they're on pace for?
Okay, but they're not going to be.
Okay.
And I'm willing to now put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, I'm not going to bet on my team to not reach a mark
it's that
I
want
wanted to reach.
It's a win-win for you.
How's it a win-win?
Because if
I lose, if they get to 500, then what do I?
You're happy,
do?
but you lose a little cash.
Yeah, I don't want to lose cash.
Why not?
Because I like cash.
But then your team's it's the most important thing.
I'm not spending any of my cash on those overpaid lightweights. Forget that. Let's come back with more.
I need. All I need is.
I'm going to tell you this.
I need the judge.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Yes.
I'm going to do you a solid.
Okay.
And I know you don't respect much of me, but you have at least
what do
some.
you mean I don't respect
Hold on,
much.
you have
Why
at
would
least,
you say something like
because
that?
Because it's true. You have some respect for my knowledge of the Braves. So
I've always said Jeff's one of the great TV writers of all time.
This is what I'm going to do. I am going to, as a strict favor to you.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm telling you right now, there's no way in hell they're going 12-6 in the next 18.
Okay.
They will not be 18-18.
Okay.
I'm going to do you the solid of not making that bet.
All right, but mark this down. This is not a bet.
Yes.
But mark this down, Ian. Watch this.
They will not be 18-18.
Okay.
Or 34, you said. They will not be 17-17.
17-17.
Yeah, they got to go 12-6 in the next 18.
Yep. That's right.
Now let me look at the schedule, see what that looks
I
like.
don't even know.
Yeah, whoever we play's got a better record than us. I know that much.
We got to take a break.
We got Toronto tonight. Toronto.
Yeah.
Then we got the Twins for 3.
They're terrible.
Then we got St. Louis for 3.
No good.
Then we got to go to Arizona for 3.
Good.
Then we got the Dodgers for 3.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, this ain't happening. We got Colorado in there. Here's the thing. We're bad. We lose to bad teams.
I understand, but you'll see. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
There's something about hearing the game live that makes it all come to life. Feel the energy on 1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hello, Jacksonville. This is John Johnson with First Coast Recycling. We buy junk cars. If you have a car or a truck that you're looking to get rid of, then look no further. If you absolutely, positively have to get that car out of there, accept no substitutes. Fast cash is at your fingertips. Just call First Coast Recycling at 904-294-1659 today for a quick and easy quote. Come on, let's take your driveway back.
Hey, get ready for the best prices ever on all diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets at Beards Diamonds. Hicken here for Beards Diamonds. And listen up, we got a big one for you. Starting Monday, April 21st through the 27th for 7 whole days. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll get up to 40% off. Yes, 40%. Huge savings on all diamond stud earrings and all diamond tennis bracelets. It's Beard's most ambitious sale ever and a truly amazing buying opportunity for you. Look, it's locally owned Beard's Diamonds. They always beat the big corporate store prices, but we're going to a whole new level, gang. Starting Monday, all diamond stud earrings, all tennis bracelets on sale big time. Every woman needs a great pair of diamond stud earrings and a nice tennis bracelet. At this event, you can get a 1-carat pair of studs or a 10-carat pair. All sizes available. You save up to 40% all diamond studs and all diamond tennis bracelets. Just for next week, 7 days only, April 21 through the 27th. What a great time to take care of anniversary, Christmas, birthday. And only at Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center. Shop local, gang. Shop Beards.
Guys, your lawn's the home field. Now you can champion your St. Augustine grass. TopDressing.com just hit Jacksonville with a game-changing patented process. Aerate and transform your turf into a fairway-worthy masterpiece. Less water, shorter cuts, and the envy of every neighbor. No one else delivers a perfect 10 lawn like this. Visit TopDressing.com and dominate your block with the same process that golf courses use. Top dress your lawn like the pros with TopDressing.com.
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
For over 5 decades, a true American band. This is America. Encore Tour 2025, an unforgettable evening with America. April 23rd, Florida Theater. On sale now at floridatheater.com. America, live in concert. Produced by Outback Presents.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Fish know where to hide. Captain Kevin knows how to find them.
That's a big one.
Listen for the Wind Power Fishing Forecast Show, brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Royal Pest Services.
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
Need fresh and flavorful lunch? Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad in every bite. It's quick and delicious, so why wait? Come taste the best chicken salad today at Town Center, Durbin Park, or Butler Point at Chicken Salad Chick.
Anytime you've got major plumbing problems, and even the minor ones, there's several potential causes, and they usually can't be easily detected. So don't guess at a solution. Hire Roland Reese Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
Best Bet is number 1. That's right, Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine have one-card poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play one card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war, just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. Learn all the games at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, customtreesurgeons.com. That's customtreesurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks, and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Gun charges, drug charges. I'm Attorney Malcolm Anthony, and I specialize in handling these types of felony cases. Stay out of trouble. But if you don't, call me at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Let me tell you how it will be.
Welcome back.
There's one for you, 19 for me. 'Cause I'm the tax man.
Oh, very good, E.
You like that?
It's April 15th. The tax man.
Percent appear too small.
Taxes are due, or are they due? Did we get a 2-week reprieve in the Sunshine State this year? I believe we did. Not positive on that, but I believe we got a 2. Don't trust me. Call the tax man. But I think we got a 2-week reprieve because of hurricane or whatever. I don't know what it was. But again, don't listen to me if it's not sports related. Play in our next guest, E.
Now, Brunch with the Tour. Brought to you by
Water irrigation and drainage too.
On 1010XL.
Oh, Stuart. This must be one of the... I mean, you couldn't have scripted a better weekend for golf. Put all the bickering aside, put all the nonsense aside. I thought that Masters was up there with Tiger 97, Jack 86. That's how good it was for me.
It was we were there Sunday. We actually went up.
Where did you watch it from?
All over the place. We saw both of Rory's doubles.
Okay, your bad luck.
Live and in person, of course.
Yeah.
And then, we were bouncing around, saw him.
How bad was that shot on 13 in person? Was it stunning?
It was stunning, yeah. We were to the right.
Yeah.
And you see him hit it, and I was like, ooh, that looked a little soft. You don't see it from his point of view.
Yeah.
And then it just caroms off the bank. And
what are you doing, bro?
It's just one of those, like when you don't release the club, you just kind of fluff it out there.
It would make sense if it was his second shot and he missed it. But the fact that it was the layup, that never happens with those guys
Never
on the
happens. I mean, only double all day there, I believe. It's just bad.
Confirm or deny something without being too controversial about it.
Let's get into it.
This is my take.
Hot take.
I have 2 takes here. One, there's never been a bigger gulf between the popularity of a golfer amongst the fans versus his own peer group. And second, can you go so far as to say that Rory McIlroy is unpopular among his PGA Tour brethren? Or is that too much?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I think he's been... Listen, he's had to be kind of a face of the players the last few years with everything going on in the sport, and I think there are certain times, and you've seen him ebb and flow. Hey, I'm done talking about this now, or
I guess
I don't think before this.
What's curious to me, and the reason I would wonder if it's within his own tours, the guys that left immediately, he was the target. Not just because he was speaking. It was me. Those guys are DBs. Phil Mickelson is,
all-timer.
To take an insult from him like you would from a mythical creature, because that guy's opinion's not worth being validated. But it was beyond the live PGA. It was like, okay, let's have a chance to really say what we think about this guy.
Right.
That's what it felt like.
Right.
If it happened then, I would assume that there's probably still some of that sentiment within there, and I don't know why I bring this up.
No, I mean, it's
rain on his beautiful weekend.
Right, yeah. Well, you can also see, how many guys stuck around
That's what I mean.
to see him afterwards.
It was odd. None is the answer. Two Englishmen, or an Irishman and an Englishman. That's it.
Yeah.
That's strange to me.
Well, sometimes, too, also playoffs, it's a little different. By the time they go back out, you're like, all right, I finished 3 hours ago. I'm ready to go home.
I guess. But if you have a really good friend, and he does, friends, a group.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I think it's a little different the way he's come up, though. I mean, he's not like that class of 2011 with Spieth and Thomas, and they played junior golf together. Like, he's always been this kind of road kid from Northern Ireland. Yeah. He's just a freaking world beater out of the gate.
He really is the Irish version of Tiger.
Oh, for sure.
Right? I mean, he was a child prodigy. He was on the little talk shows, hitting golf balls into a washing machine because that's how he practiced at Mom's house.
Right, yeah.
What a great story about his parents, though. The jobs, the extra jobs they worked. They worked nonstop, 3 jobs to try to give him, the money to play this an expensive sport, obviously. And for him, I mean, just a 10-year battle to get that, and to get the Masters is, to get the Grand Slam.
Do it at Augusta, right?
And not, it would have been great. He would love to win, I'm sure, the PGA next month at Quail Hollow, but the Masters had to be the one, and again, I'm watching it, and I've never seen a golfer hit so many unbelievably great shots, and so many horrific,
just awful
3-foot putts. And when Rory like
4 doubles,
bro. When you watch Tiger ain't missing 8-footers ever.
Every once in a while, but never more than one.
And Rory gets over a putt. I'm like, oh, God,
4 feet,
just make
not
a
even
2-footer.
Right, yeah.
And then the one to win the Masters on 18. What was it, 5 feet?
Yeah.
If that.
Come on, man.
And even the one on 15, that incredible second shot.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, don't 3-putt.
Right. Just make that and the tournament's over.
By the way, don't discount the birdie on 17, 190-some yards out. And he hits it flush, and it has to be perfect to get to 2 feet.
Yeah.
Has to be, and he birdied that, which saved him.
Another foot, and you don't have any confidence he would have made it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's very Spieth-esque. It's a roller coaster, you know?
My
and
God.
Spieth is like, hey, I hit it 4 fairways over and made par. Like, Rory's not doing that, but it's the missed 4-footer, then the birdie, then he makes a double.
But when Spieth was at his best, he would roll in 45-foot putts.
For sure, yeah.
Rory.
What's happened to him, too, by the way? How do you go from headed to Tigerland to can't win a golf tournament?
I mean, we watched him for like 2 or 3 holes, and he's been doing this for a while, but
the pre-shot move.
Yeah.
He's playing golf swing.
Yeah.
You're doing this and dropping it in the slot.
Yeah.
You know the deal. It's like, man, just hit it.
Yeah.
Just go, react.
Were you
You're
on
an athlete.
18 when Rory?
Yeah, that was fun. So we're right next to 17 when he makes birdie. And my wife and son, they've never been.
Oh, this is great.
The boy's getting into his all-time football, lacrosse, basketball. Now he's obsessed with golf, which I love.
Yeah.
He's like, let's go to 18. I'm like, oh, I know how this ends. Jeez, here we go. So I'm like, let's get sneaky, and we'll walk up 10.
Yeah.
Sneak behind. The closest we could get was player right of 1 tee. It was like 50.
It's not a very spectator-friendly golf
It's not.
tournament.
And I'm
It's
6'5".
really not.
I couldn't even see the flag. I couldn't see anything, let alone my wife who's like 5'4". My son's 5'11". But like it was just. But so it was actually kind of neat because you knew what he made or what he missed because of the roars or lack thereof.
Is there a monitor somewhere you can at
No,
least
of course
watch?
not.
Not at Augusta.
Nothing. And I think like if you've been, it's cool.
You go. I won't go back. I don't want to.
Yeah, the no phone thing. It's interesting. And I'll say this to him because Matt Rapp, who was the leader of Champ Management till he left the tour last year, always said it's one of the best, but also probably the worst experience in sports as a fan. Now it's cool to be without your phone.
Right.
You have no idea who's leading. You're looking at like the physical, the leaderboards. Right. They change it. And you're like, oh, Rory made birdie on 12.
Right.
Otherwise, so I think like if you go on Thursday or Friday where you don't really care who's leading the tournament, Sunday is like
it's tough.
It's kind of tough, man. Like you're sitting there at 17.
You want to go back and watch it on TV?
I did. Yeah, that's what we did. Yeah. But it was
super
like
crowded.
once in a life. So
It's
crowded.
super crowded, and it's very. I honestly, if I ever, I don't want to go again. If I did, I'd take a chair and
I just need to know.
That's what we did. We took chairs and kind of moved them over. But you got to. But the other thing is like if you want the chair on 18, bro, you got to park at
Early.
6 a.m.
Yeah. I just want to know one thing.
What you got?
I need one number.
Oh boy,
gift shop number.
4 figures.
No, it was like $650.
Okay.
And we were there. We actually went later in the day on Sunday, which was great.
You got a golf ball and a hat.
I got nothing, by the way.
Right,
I mean, the boys got the Masters putter. He's wearing his Masters belt to school today. I'm like, you're going to get thrown in a locker.
Not at bowls. So
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. I know. Tanner and Bryce are going to be like, great belt. I got 2 of them.
Oh, my God.
All right, we've managed to make him 2-segment guy. So hopefully this will cause the missed
one
meeting.
other thing, just so people know.
Come back and do our picks for the next one.
Yeah. And boy, you talk about a letdown. What's the tournament? Are we going to Hilton Head?
Heritage, yeah.
That's great. The signature event.
All right.
As you would call it, designated.
They did that last year, too.
Elevated. Is Rory playing?
Yes.
Is he really?
Drew. I don't.
Wow. The number peaked at an insane 19.5 million between 7 and 7:15 for the Masters. Drew 12.7 million viewers, up 33% from 24. The most watched since 2018. Wasn't Tiger 19?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is if you go back 25 years, this would rank 14th, but amongst the strongest without Tiger.
Well, it's interesting.
Rory not playing. Sorry. I
knew he wasn't playing.
We
I don't need to play that one.
We kind of pointed out yesterday it was a good month for CBS. The March Madness was incredible this year. They're one of the best Final Fours, and it also had those about the same, about 19 million, I think, peaked at 21 for Florida and Houston in the final, and all 4 games were good, just like at the Masters, all 4 rounds from the get-go. It gave us a great leaderboard off the start to get you engaged. So I'm not surprised those numbers were big. It had that wasn't Brian Harmon leading Mito Pereira.
Sure. And the playoff doesn't hurt either.
And by the way,
that's where that stuff really peaked.
Yeah. Am I the only guy that thought they did 3 holes?
Well, that was a funny thing being on site because again, there's no video board. It's like return to, and my son's like, yeah, no, it's 16 through. I'm like, you're the wrong tournament, kid. That's the players.
But didn't the Masters do a 3-hole one year or no? Mm-mm. It's always been.
But the interesting thing is that everyone, because it goes 18-10, 18-10, 18, they just keep going.
Man, I thought they did a 3-hole.
So half the people on 18, us included, go down to 10 because that's the only place you can find a seat.
Okay.
So we're sitting there on 10, like, here we go.
Masters has had a 3-hole playoff in the past. In 2000, Tiger Woods defeated Bob May in the first 3-hole playoff.
Yeah, that's PGA.
That's PGA.
Yeah,
I thought the Masters. I thought the Angel Cabrera one was a more than 1 hole for some reason.
The Masters. How about this one then? The Masters playoff hole used to start at 10. Does that make sense?
Yeah, started at 10.
Remember 11. Mize was on 11 when he chipped it in.
Yeah.
Which was really weird back. They did that with
So maybe I'm just thinking of years that they had carryovers. I thought at one point that was more than a one. Because didn't British do that too? They bounced it back and forth.
Yeah, you've got fans at 18 all day. Like you
used
want
to start at the 10th hole and progress through the back 9 in the same sudden death format.
Yeah,
No
like
playoff.
Faldo won on 11.
No playoff has ever gone past 2 holes in Masters history.
Wow.
Here they are. Sergio beat Justin Rose, by the way. Class act.
Yeah.
What a guy. I hope he gets a major this year.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I mean, nobody.
You talk about making a dream putt on the 72nd hole.
Money.
Still not winning.
5 times longer than Superstar Boy. Than Mickey Mouse couldn't hit a 2-footer.
Sergio.
So mad.
Sergio beat
annoys me.
Sergio beat Rose in 17. Adam Scott beat Cabrera in 13. Bubba beat Louis Oosthuizen in 12. Cabrera beat Kenny Perry and Chad Campbell in 09. Tiger beat Chris DeMarco. Mike Weir beat Len Matisse. Nick Faldo beat Raymond Floyd. Nick Faldo beat Scott Hoke.
Yeah, Matisse and Weir went to 10. They started on number 10.
Yeah. Mize beat Ballesteros and Norman. How about that one?
Oof.
What about Mize beating Ballesteros and Greg Norman?
Because Sevy bailed out on 10, I think.
Yeah.
So Greg was
Didn't Raymond Floyd win a playoff there one year?
He lost to Faldo in 90.
He lost.
Yeah.
Jack won 1 in 66 and Arnie won 1 in 62. Sam Snead beat Ben Hogan and Byron Nelson beat Ben Hogan twice in the Masters playoffs.
Come on, Hoax.
And Greg Sarazen? That's got to be a
Gene,
misprint.
yeah.
Yeah, it
What
says Greg.
website are you on?
Yeah.
I'm reading an article
Call
from the
him
Palm
out.
Beach
Sports.
Post, man.
Oh, wow. Tom D'Angelo getting them wrong.
Does Gene have a brother named Greg? Are you sure? This is the drill.
Was anyone named Greg back then?
92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Traffic stinks.
No, wait a minute. I know what that smell is.
The Frangie Show doesn't.
You're absolutely right.
The Frangie Show.
Go on out and play in the traffic.
Your afternoon traffic deodorant.
It smells super.
On 1010XL.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Universal Roof and Contracting protects your home and your wallet. Invest in a stronger roof and save big. Right now, get 15% off roof replacement and repairs. Financing's available with monthly payments as low as $115. So this deal ends April 30th. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it work. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Every morning that you wake up in a pest-free home is a good morning. And with Florida Pest Control's Pest-Free 365 Plus, you can. It's more than just a pest control or preventative maintenance plan. It's Florida Pest Control's promise that we'll be there providing pest-free living for your family all year long. To learn more about Pest-Free 365 Plus and to get your free quote, give us a call or visit flapest.com today and choose Pest-Free Living with Florida Pest Control.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hicken here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
If golf is your thing, you'll want to check out the 2025 Hills Pass at Hidden Hills Golf Club. Unlimited golf, including golf car, and preferred tee times for just one low price. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com to purchase your Hills Pass today.
I'm Max Fink, and I'm your Gator updater. Listen for the Gator Report several times a week on 1010XL.
Freshened up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gator!
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey man, what's that noise?
Do you hear it too? You can hear it, right?
Yeah, it's your air conditioner. It's like a grinding or a rattling.
And it's getting on your nerves, right? Like it's eating at your brain and you can't think straight, but it just keeps grinding and squeaking and taunting and nagging. You're not good enough. You're a failure. Why can't you be more like your sister, the lawyer?
Yeah, I don't hear that last part so much.
Yeah, but it's not cool, right, Jason?
It could definitely be cooler. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we can totally repair whatever that noise is and get your AC working smoothly and silently. We fix these things all the time.
So I won't be a failure?
Life should be enjoyed. If some irritating, broken air conditioner is making you crazy, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
St. Johns County parents, does your kid have energy to burn? Want them to play a sport for their middle school? Sign up today for the St. John's Middle School Athletic Association. Tackle football, dance, and cheerleading. Who doesn't want their kid to be the next NFL quarterback or dance floor diva? You know how fast your kid can go from playing Xbox to practicing their touchdown dance or sideline cheer? Visit sjmsaa.org. sjmsaa.org.
An ACL tear can be a devastating injury with prolonged pain and rehabilitation. Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari. I'm a sports medicine orthopedic surgeon who grew up right here in Jacksonville and then went on to train with the world-renowned Dr. James Andrews. At Bari Orthopedics, we use the most current techniques to get you back on the field with less pain and quicker rehabilitation. We treat all types of sports injuries with the newest techniques available. Please call us for consultation or visit BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Do you know someone looking for a fun and rewarding summer job? Join the YMCA team, gain valuable experience, and make a difference in kids' lives. Turn your passion for this community into a fulfilling career at the First Coast YMCA. Now hiring camp counselors, lifeguards, childcare leaders, and membership experience team. Every single person on the dedicated YMCA staff plays a role in making the Y a welcoming and vital resource for our community. Find your career at the Y at fcymca.org.
Equal opportunity employer.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Brunch with the Tour. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation
and Drainage too.
On 1010XL.
I just got thrown a curveball. I finally checked with E on something, and the answer was no.
Through that slider.
That's disappointing.
It be like that sometimes.
All right, we're going to go extra segment here. We're going to get our Dream Finders Homes picks in here in a moment. E has all the numbers, but just some final thoughts on Rory going forward. Quail Hollow PGA, he's won there 4 times.
Yeah.
The Open in Portrush, his home area, right?
Yep.
Although he missed the cut there when they played there last time. He opened with typical Rory, opened with a triple on number 1, and then shot a Friday 65 and just missed the cut by 1 stroke.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on him there.
I don't know what Vegas odds on such a scenario would be, but would you bet that Rory will win another major this year or won't?
I bet he would.
If you had $100 to bet, if I gave you $100 to bet and the money was even, you don't get plus money. I said $100.
Then I probably wouldn't if it's even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Just because of the odds. But I do think there's a burden lift. I think there's a freedom that he should have now.
Well, he's already playing great. I mean, at the end of
and he's playing well.
Now listen.
Great. Quail's
actually, you know what, guys? He's not playing great. He's putting terrible. He almost lost the players on that last putt. It whiffed out to the right. If this guy was putting, he'd be beating people like he beat him at Kiowa. Right. He'd be beating people like he beat him at Congressional. He'd be 10, 11-shot victories.
Well, I think the interesting thing, I was listening to Taylor Zarzer and a few guys on Sunday night driving home through lovely middle of Georgia, and they were saying, like, the number of top guys, like Ludwig, like Scotty had his B game all week and finished 3 shots out. You know, like there's a lot of guys in that field that if they were on, that finished in the top 10, they probably would have won. And so, to your point, it wasn't
high floor for Rory. And we're going to use these draft terms. He's got a high floor. He doesn't, right?
Yeah.
And so does Scotty.
He's a Mason
stumbled
Graham,
along
Rory
and finished in
McIlroy,
fifth.
the whole thing.
Right.
He, man, if he had lost,
we might never hear from the guy.
I don't know if he could have recovered.
Yeah,
dude.
that's a
I
tough
always
one.
think this is worse than the U.S. Open, and there was no in between for Rory this week. It was once he did what he did on Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
It was either going to be euphoria or heartbreak.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing in between there for him, no matter what happened.
And this was different, too, because if you remember the U.S. Open, he was not in the final grouping.
Right.
So this
he wasn't
one,
with
all eyes
DeChambeau.
were, and then it was Rory versus Bryson, and then Bryson ejects, which, so sorry to see it. And then it was like Rory versus Rory. It's kind of what it became.
Yeah.
And then Rose, and then Ludwig was making the move till he ejected the last holes.
By the way, it's fair to point out a big choke job by Mr. Popularity these days, Bryson DeChambeau. He played terrible. He played terrible. And you got the lead early, and you threw up all over yourself. It was interesting watching both those guys play 18. How much better Rory is, like as a ball striker, and even as a ball placement, shot shape, all of it. He's so
Bryson's
much
just a
better.
bomber.
He's a good player.
Yeah, he's
got a good short game.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just like, I think the shot tracer shows. I mean, Rory just hitting his hot butterface, calls for it perfectly. Bryson's just trying to hit.
And you're always going to look a little bit down on a guy with a straight arm.
I
putting
know.
like this. It's just weird looking.
Did you see where Bryson was yesterday?
He
He went to Pinehurst. They gave him a plaque by where he hit the bunker shot.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And he recreated the bunker shot.
Did he make it?
I don't think I couldn't. They
or not make it. He knocked it close last year. Then he made the putt Rory couldn't make. He has a fantastic finish last year. I like DeChambeau. I'm not a DeChambeau hater.
That might be the greatest shot in U.S. Open history I've ever seen. You're talking about a shot where there are guys in the field that would skull at the clubhouse.
Yes. That's what they said.
Professional golfers.
You know what? As we marveled at last year's year by Scotty Scheffler, right? He won the Masters. He won a U.S. Olympic gold medal. He won the Players. He won Player of the Year. He won the FedEx Cup. He won everything, right? Maybe the most impressive thing that dude did all year. You remember what he did last year? Remember what he did this week last year?
Won the Heritage.
He went to Heritage and won. After winning Augusta, after winning, that shows you where that guy was. That may be the most impressive thing on that dude's resume.
Right. Yeah.
That he won Bay Hill.
Rory's like, I ain't playing.
Right. He won Bay Hill. He won Players. He won Augusta. And then it seems I remember he had like a bad first round, too. I could be wrong on that. But I feel like
he definitely came back.
He came back to win that. I mean, who needs it? Just, you got a commitment, shoot your 2 rounds and move along. And he stinking won that last year. This year he may be trying to win. I'm sure you got a guy trying to get off the schneid here. No, at some point, Scheffler wants to win a tournament. That's 3 for Rory. How long till Rory becomes number 1? I mean, that lead was huge. It's got to be tight.
That's got to be, the OWGR is kind of a weird math.
Yeah, but I mean, Rory's had some big wins here.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, bring us up to date on the Dream Finders Homes picks. Let us know where we are.
Oh, okay, no problem. Well, last week I took Rory and JT. They got me about 4.8 million, about 4 million, 4.2 alone from Rory. That brings my total to 9 million.
9 million.
That puts me in second place.
Okay.
In first place is Dan Hicken still with an overall total of 19 million.
19
Bryson and Morikawa. They got him about 1.1 million.
Were you nervous when Bryson was leading on Sunday? Did you think about me at all?
I actually didn't. All I could think about was I had the top pick last week and went Scotty over Rory. That's all I thought about all week.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
All right, continue.
And third place is none other than Jeff Prosser, who took Rahm and Xander. Got him about 924 grand.
Okay.
Puts him in third place at 7.5 million. And pulling up all the way in the back is the tour with Scotty and A-Bird. Got him about 1.7 million, though. So his total is 5.6 million.
Shout out to Ludwig for the triple. Who triples 18 at Augusta?
Brooks Koepka made an 8 to miss the cut on Friday.
I guess Brooks does.
Okay, Brooks does.
I love how Ludwig plays.
Oh, it's great.
Plays
so fast.
Yeah, I love it. Puts that club right down the ball and takes it back and whacks it.
Same with putting, everything.
Great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Now
Let me tell you the luckiest golf tournament in America.
Oh,
okay.
Just pure
luck.
unadulterated, undeserved, some would say, luck.
Undeserved?
Yeah.
Okay.
The RBC Heritage. Those are the luckiest jokers in the world.
Why is that?
This field. that they get.
Yeah, but they,
Come on, man.
No.
Listen to this field that the Heritage gets. Scheffler, Shoffley, Morikawa, Oberg, Henley, Justin Thomas, Hovland, McNeely, Wyndham Clark, Spieth, Fleetwood, Lowry, Straka, Bradley, Cantlay. I mean, it's like a major.
Well,
Tampa just called and said, "Hey, man, we need to talk." PGA
It's a
Tour
signature event. Well, I can give you an answer.
Why is it a signature event every year versus some of the others?
They pony up the freaking purse.
You know what it's called? The week after Masters, here's a bone.
No, but also think about Travelers the week after the U.S. Open. Same setup.
I think they want to carry the momentum.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think they just want to
API the week, week before play. They like wherever I work, like the 2 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And the Heritage has always been, some guys, listen, before it was a signature event, some guys loved playing.
Is this fair, what I'm about to say?
Oh, no.
This would be like making and it's a nice golf course, but like Ocean Links at Amelia, a major. I mean, this golf course.
It's an incredible, it's one of the favorite golf courses.
Yeah, but it's not the kind of, it's.
What are you trying to say?
It
is demanding. It is difficult.
Yeah,
it is scenic.
It's short and it's tight. Yeah. And it's like what should befuddle a 41 handicap, not a ball striker.
I just pointed at Hicken, by the way.
You're young. 31.
30.
Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
30.
Once you're over 30, it's got a 30, 40, whatever.
Does it?
I love it. I think,
30.
I mean, it's definitely one of the favorite courses for a lot of the guys on tour. I think they also like going there at Sea Pines. You bring your family, get a house.
I know these guys. They need a little lighten the load a little bit.
I won't allow that.
Grueling lifestyle.
They like going there because the money. If the money wasn't there, they'd all be taking the week off.
A lot of guys have always gone there.
Not this field.
Of course not this field, but you're acting like it used to be the freaking Punta Cana event field before this.
I'm thinking, I think it's Nestle.
Thank you for your support.
I'll tell you what, I think it's Nestle or whatever. Not Nestle, the Honda. It's Tampa. That's what I'm saying. The fact that to me it is.
Okay.
Do you think players like the Tampa course is worse than Heritage?
Players love Harbortown.
Yeah. You know why?
Because they had to think their way around it.
Because it's a grueling lifestyle, and to be able to get away with the family in a little coastal environment, and it's just calm the nerves for the incredible
great
strife.
Support we're getting from it's like 2 hours from here.
It's time for
support.
It's time for the picks. You're in last place. Stuart Moore, you lead off with the Dream Fighters picks. Scotty Scheffler.
Can I do anything right this year?
You're doing everything right.
Does that mean Jeff Prosser now picks second?
Yeah,
that is correct.
I bet it does.
All right. Jeff Prosser with the second pick.
Who did he pick? Scheffler?
Yeah. Probably a good pick. Still bitter.
I'll take Oberg. I don't know. I don't like any of these.
Oberg.
Yeah, I'm going to go Oberg.
Wow. Okay, that opens the door for
there's lots of guys.
E to the T.
Great tournament. It's like the Players North.
Let me get old Colin Morikawa.
Okay.
It's like the Players North. It took me a second.
I'm gonna go with two fatties.
Okay.
I'll go a couple fatties.
That sounds nice.
Can we guess the fatties? That's a fun game.
Guess the fatties.
Shane Lowry?
That's one.
I don't think he's. Yeah.
Another
Seth Straka.
No.
No, he's not.
That's a good guess, though.
Yeah, I don't.
I think this guy's beefed up a little bit over the last few years. He had a quietly good Masters, and he plays well here. And I'm going to go with him.
And a fatty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing
foreign fatty.
A foreign fatty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're
You don't think he's a
unfairly
fatty?
dubbing someone fat.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you called somebody a fatty who's not a fatty.
Jae-im.
Yeah, it's a little bit chunky. He's not a fatty though, not like Lowry. Lowry's really not that.
Lowry's just a good old Irishman.
That's fine.
Yeah, with a pint.
I'm just trying to Sung Jae-im.
All right, back to E.
198 pounds. I don't believe that.
I'm gonna go
He's
with
5'5".
I'm going with Corey Connors.
Corey Connors.
Corey Connors annoys me. He annoys me.
Leads the PGA Tour with 5 top 10s.
Yeah, I know.
What a stat that is.
How many does he win? How many does he win?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys are probably going to be either shocked, annoyed, or amazed by my pick.
Do you want me to guess it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to guess it.
Exactly who this is.
You do
We'll
too?
see. Who knows my golf picking, better.
I'm gonna. You like horses for courses?
Well, sure. Everyone does.
I think you're gonna go with JT Poston.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going with him, but
He's going with Cantlay.
I'm not going.
Oh,
with him.
No.
Wow.
Cantley's.
And now I'm going with the guy that would just, demean for half of today's brunch with the throw. I'm going to go with Jordan Spieth. He's got to win again at some point.
Oh yeah, I could.
Give me a little short, give me a little pitch and putt course like Heritage for that to happen.
Take the driver out of his hands.
Who's that bring us to? Tour.
The Tour.
Who did you pick second, E?
I took Corey Connors.
Oh, that's right.
Give me Cantlay.
Can't play.
Yeah, I just at some point.
Yeah.
He's got. I mean, the guy has a playoff loss and 4 third-place finishes at the RBC.
Yeah. Good pick.
Yeah.
Good pick. Well, let's go. We have to wait to watch McIlroy compete again. He's scheduled to defend his title at next week's Zurich Classic.
Zurich Classic with Shane Lowry. Yeah, I know. Good for him on keeping that commitment. I'm sure he'd like to go.
Think he's going to do it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, They love that event. I think you'll see him there. You'll see him at Truist, which is the Wells Fargo. This year being played in Philadelphia at Philly Cricket.
Quail Hollow.
Because Quail's got the major the next week. So
you think he's going to play 2 more before the major?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, be great.
Snag another victory, go win at Quail. 4 wins at Quail Hollow. It's got to be the favorite.
It's a good ballpark. It's a good ballpark for Bryson too, though. It's a big property.
Is it?
You can thump some drivers out
Did you
there.
play that back when in your professional days?
The Mini Tours didn't play Quail Hollow.
You didn't get on Quail Hollow?
Yeah, we played Quail Ridge outside of Myrtle Beach. If you've ever been there, the greens were punched, but it was fine.
Quail Ridge. We went on a quail hunt so that we'd have a potluck supper after round 2.
Yep.
All right, that's
got to pluck the bird.
Yep.
We got one.
Thank God my wife had a job.
All right, good to see you, Stuart Moore.
Boys,
I learned something today. I learned Harbortown is Kiowa. Back with more next.
9 o'clock nasty.
You will tell me what I want to know.
You're not getting anything out of me.
Who sent you here?
The good people of Jacksonville.
Who are you?
1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. There was a time when if you handed me a bread basket at a restaurant, you better watch your fingers. Pizza, pasta, bread, carbs were absolutely my weakness. I'd be lying if I said they didn't have me hooked. Then Awaken 180 came into my life. I've been down every diet road there is, but this is different. It's not just another diet. It's a total reset of how you see food. You know that carb craving that we all accepted as normal? That's gone for me now. Don't get me wrong. I still enjoy the good stuff, but here's the difference. I no longer feel like I need them. So when the server puts that bread basket on the table, I just smile, sit back, and say, nah, I'm good. That feeling of control is all thanks to Awaken 180. I lost 40 pounds in 9 weeks on Awaken 180. Hacker lost more than 110. Baloo is on his way, and you can lose whatever you want to lose. It doesn't matter what your goal weight is. Awaken 180 weight loss will get you there quickly and safely. It's a clear path to success without disappointment. Awaken 180 has changed my life, and it will change yours too. Give them a call at 844-346-1800 or go to awaken180weightloss.com. Trust me, you'll thank yourself.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with my guys at ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of my Jacksonville money. Listen, experience, ITP Partners. Expertise, certainly ITP Partners. And knowledge. Those are the ITP Partners. That's Janice Cobb. Shout out. Chris Bryant, Jeff Hartman. That's Reed Wingate, Scotty Regner. That's Dan Abel. That's Reagan Wright. Those are the ITP Partners that I trust and I use. Why? Because they sit down with you. We build a strategy that is different from, say, my son, who also uses ITP Partners, or my daughter, who uses ITP Partners. Look, our goals become their priority. So it's a great time to get started. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751. That's 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. They're my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experience. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Get ready for the best prices ever on all diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets at Beard's Diamonds. For 7 days, April 21st through 27th, you will get up to 40% off. Yes, 40%! Locally owned Beard's Diamonds always beats the big corporate store prices. But next week, they're taking value to a whole new level. All diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets are on sale. Big time. Best prices ever. You save up to 40%. Don't miss this first time ever buying opportunity. Next week only. And only at Beard's Diamonds, St. John's Town Center. Shop local, shop Beard's.
Denny Thompson here. If you haven't heard, Tyson Sound and Security has a house built right inside their showroom, showcasing complete home automation and security systems. You have to see it to believe it. This setup can recognize intruders who approach your door and alerts them to leave if there's a break-in. Keep your family safe with the most state-of-the-art technology. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
the flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Take your taste buds to One Night Taco Stand for Taco Tuesday. Get $2.99 tacos and $6.99 specialty drinks. The 1010XL restaurant of the day is One Night Taco Stand, Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
All right, gentlemen, we've trained for this. We've battled the elements. But if there's one thing we can't afford, it's letting the heat take us out before the big game.
But coach, the AC at my house is busted. I barely got any sleep last night.
Well, Johnson, you should have called Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. They're the real MVPs. Now let's cue the cool music.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. The coolest cats in town.
ET here, and if you've ever been injured in an accident, you have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits. You have the right to choose your own doctor, too. And I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation, the auto accident experts.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Anthony. Have you been charged with a crime? You don't have to face it alone. I'm here for you. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me. 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW. in the 904.
With so many competitive pest services in town, you might wonder why Kingfish Pest Control's business is booming while similar companies seem to be struggling. It all comes down to service, affordability, and effectiveness. Kingfish Pest Control is a local family-owned company who delivers on their promises to effectively control pests like ants, spiders, roaches, termites, mosquitoes, and more. Your home is their priority, so call today and discover why your neighbors and your buddy Hayes Carlion trust Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jaguars.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, presented by First Coast YMCA. The Florida baseball team is on a 4-game win streak after sweeping Missouri in a 3-game series over the weekend. Jacksonville native Aiden King earned the win in Game 2 after tossing 5 2/3 shutout innings, highlighted by 7 strikeouts to just 1 walk. The Gators are looking to extend the streak tonight against Stetson with first pitch at 6:30. Florida is looking to capture a season sweep over the Hatters, who are coming off a series sweep over UNF this past weekend. The Ospreys will be looking to get back in the win column today as they have a rematch with Bethune-Cookman. In their meeting last month, UNF dominated the Wildcats by 2 runs. Today's first pitch is set for 4. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 67 degrees at 9 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill.
We're wasting time.
Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
All right, I got a Field Yates, Mel Kiper back and forth 102-pick mock draft.
Fun.
So we'll bang that out real quick. Give you the Jags highs and lows. Titans go Cam Ward. Browns go Travis Hunter. Giants go Abdul Carter. I think that's the way it's going to go. Unless Cleveland goes Carter and the Giants go Hunter. But I think that's pretty much spot on. And then the Patriots are the wild card, and
they could take Graham.
That's
not. I mean, I don't think they will, but it's
the
not.
buzz is they're going to take the LSU kid. That's
Campbell.
the buzz, yeah. And then the Jaguars in this one would take Graham. The Jags have holes at every level of their defense after allowing 5.9 yards per play last season, 31st in the NFL, and Graham is the best available player. Impacts the game in meaningful ways, both a pass rusher and run defender with elite play strength and explosion off the snap.
Can I say something right here?
Yep.
And this, I wish I knew like the terrific difference that there must be.
Mm-hmm.
Player A, his final year at his Power 5 school.
Mm-hmm.
This defensive tackle, who was a 6'5", 300-pounder, had 40 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks.
Okay.
The second player in his senior year at his Power 5 school had 45 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. He too, 6'5", 300 pounds.
Okay.
So player A, 40 tackles, 6 for loss, 4 sacks.
Same guy, stat-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And player, the 45, 7, and 3.5 Mason Graham, player B's Taven Bryan.
Oh, dear.
I know there's 1,000 differences why Mason Graham is talked about as being this, that, and the other, and Taven Bryan was a surprise. But one in the SEC against, I'm assuming, pretty good players that year, had essentially the exact same season that Graham, and I know there's a lot of differences. I know you can't say, I wish I knew what they were. I wish I knew why Mason Graham's any better than Taven Bryan.
Well, Michigan with Mason Graham in the middle won.
Okay.
Florida didn't.
Okay.
So that's one thing.
Sure.
Obviously made a big difference. So knocked off Ohio State both years.
Yeah.
So that would be one thing for sure. I don't think it's all about stats, but that's a fair point. Okay, let's go see down here who else gets picked by the Jags in this back and forth 102.
Yeah, because the first that number 5 pick, stat comparisons aside, is almost assuredly Mason Graham by anyone who's at least
that's where
forecasting.
everybody's going.
Yeah.
Let's go to 36.
Okay.
And at 33 is our guy Izuruaku from Boston College.
Now we got him in like round 4 in Miller's mock, didn't we? Or did he was round 2 there too?
The Giants are going to take the quarterback from Louisville.
So we've got an edge rusher and a defensive tackle.
The Titans are taking Jaden Higgins, and the Jags will be taking with the 36th pick something that you'll like, Luther Burden III.
Yeah, I like that.
Has juice after the catch. He'd help Trevor Lawrence in that department. Good value. Burden could ultimately go in round 1. That's Kuiper's pick for the Jags at 36. Now, Josh Simmons, who Pete Prisco thinks is the best offensive lineman in the draft, goes 37th. But we got needs.
Well, if you're the best offensive lineman in the draft, I would say that's a bigger need than getting Luther Burden.
What's our next pick?
What have we gone so far? We've gone defense.
36.
We got to go guard.
No, what number?
Oh, hold on. I don't have it up anymore. Let me see if I had it here. Hold on.
Okay. I'm working my way down here. I think it's in the 60s, if I'm not mistaken.
What was that in? That was on the CBS, was it?
I think it's 70. Jacksonville Jaguars with the 70th pick.
I think that's right.
Mel Kiper has them going with Andrew Makuba, safety from Texas. Big fan of Makuba's game. Could join Eric Murray in filling Andre Sisco's void on the back end. Makuba picked off 5 passes last season. Jacksonville was 30th in the NFL with only 6 interceptions.
I've seen that too.
Andrew Makuba.
I've seen his name on Jaguars, long mock drafts also.
But wait, there's more. I think we can squeeze out like 88 maybe. What's the next one?
Yeah, I can't.
There it is, 88.
Yeah, I can't.
You're just a mess on this. You're killing us.
I needed a little heads up.
Well, I mean, you had it before.
There
I
it
figured
is.
you
I got them all.
Call it right up.
Well, I have it now.
So we've now added, if you're scoring at home, Mason Graham, Luther Burden, and Andrew Makuba.
Okay,
I would like that.
Sure. Makuba's a safety, you said?
Mm-hmm. Now we're getting...
What's he, Texas?
Yeah, now we're getting a corner from Louisville with 88. Jacksonville Jaguars select Quincy Riley. The Jaguars signed Jordan Lewis in the slot. Still questions opposite Tyson Campbell on the outside over 6 college seasons. Riley had 15 picks and 39 breakups. So there you go. 88th pick.
Now 107.
Oh, I think we're done at 104.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's a shame.
That's the end of the third.
Yeah, we go to 102.
Who was the third round pick? I'm sorry.
We just drafted a corner from Louisville.
Yeah.
Very excited about adding
I'm excited about adding
Quincy
a good
Riley.
player. Yeah, I have no idea. That's where Gladstone and the boys have to make their money. Listen, we need some ceiling raisers here. We haven't done any of that yet. It's all been about the floor. We haven't done it. We haven't done one exciting, really, wow, we're going to be better now move yet. Not one.
Trey Harris goes 93rd to the Saints. Like you keep that in mind.
Oh, 88 you could have taken. See, we got Burden. We could have gone O-line, kind of backwards for Trey Harris. These are the games you got to play, man.
Got to play these games.
Some forecasting you have to do.
Got to forecast. It's important. And Gladstone we trust. Oof. I like Gladstone trusting than the other guy. So
more than Balky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was ready. Let's go young. Let's get going. Let's get a new. The game is changing to a degree for sure. The analytics are real. Let's go.
Fresh mind. Some of the guys that we could take in the second round if we don't take Luther Burden, like I said, Josh Simmons, Kenneth Grant, Travion Henderson, some good players are going in that area. So, well, I tell you what, that James Pierce Jr., 43rd. Interesting. But anyway, that's your Mel Kiper Field Yates mock that has just been released and hot off the presses.
I'm so ready for the draft, though. I can't. There's nothing fresh left here to do, is there?
No.
I mean, we're just revisiting a lot of things, which, and for some, according to how you listen to sports radio, is potentially always fresh. But, man.
Jalen Ramsey's looking. They're looking for a trade.
Last damn person in the world I want on my football team is that guy.
I wasn't bringing him up.
Yeah, I know there are though. The Jag Nation. I mean, listen, not everyone dislikes Jalen as much as we do.
Right.
They didn't have to deal with him all the time.
Would you give up a third-round pick for Jalen Ramsey and pay him his pay because he's making a boatload?
Yeah, pay him his pay. No, man, he's making like $25 million this year.
Yeah, they said Jalen Ramsey got a 3-year extension last year, increasing his pay to $24.2 million, underperformed compared to the previous year. Now both sides looking for a trade. Gave Tyreek Hill a revised 3-year deal with new money. Still quit at the end of the year. Asked to be traded. Apologized.
I don't want this guy
called
ever.
Police on him for domestic assault, and the NFL's investigating for possible personal conduct policy. That's cheetah. Dolphins paid Ramsey and Hill a year ago, and instead got a buyer's remorse with Ramsey and a headache with Hill.
Jalen hadn't been top shelf in 3 or 4 years either.
Well, I think a little less than that, but definitely last year was.
He's good. I mean, his best year was when they won the Super Bowl, right? What was that? 19?
I saw this the other day, and my son threw this out, and I guessed correctly on one of them. I'm going to play this game with you, Jeff Prosser, and you, Emmanuel Thallerand. If you are having a son and you want your son to make it in professional sports, these are the most common first names among current players in the 4 big U.S. sports. So Jeff and I won't be having it, although you could change your grandson's name if you'd like.
Well, it's never too late.
I'm sure Jaden is up there.
What is your grandson's name?
Everett.
Everett is not in the list. So we may want to call him something else.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a Legarius.
Major League Baseball. What would you like to call? What is the most popular Major League Baseball?
Gosh, boy, that's hard.
Pedro.
Yeah.
That's a good guess.
Jose.
Yeah. Jose Prosser.
Yeah.
It's time to change little Everett's name.
I'm not.
Jose. Megaka.
First of all, I'm not the mom or dad. It's not my place to change his name. And if if I really advocate for a name change, it won't be Jose.
Son, we've changed. Okay, maybe we want him to play in the NFL. What's the most popular name in the NFL?
I'm going to go.
By the way, Jose is tied with Nick.
Oh.
So you could always go Nick Prosser, a little more Americanized if you want.
No.
Nick,
we grew up with Nick.
Yeah. That's all.
I'm going to go the most popular name in the NFL.
Yeah, most popular name in the NFL.
Gosh, I'm going to go with, boy, this is a hard one. I'm going to go with Michael.
Michael is second with 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Thomas.
Thomas not there. Would you like to guess most popular name in the NFL? It's not what's our Cooper?
No, not Coop.
It's not Coop.
Dang. What about Will?
Will, that's a good guess. How about Josh?
Okay.
Josh is the most popular name.
That's surprising.
Josh Johnson, Josh Allen.
No, it's just Josh doesn't sound like a rugged
Josh doesn't sound like
player.
an NFL player.
Doesn't sound like an NFL player.
Yeah. So
Josh sounds like the guy who sang the anthem.
Yeah. Now, if you want your son to play the NBA, I'm going to defer this to the culture.
Oh yeah,
because these are
Bronny.
more culture names. But what do you got?
Jalen.
Very good.
Yeah, a lot of Jalen's.
Yeah.
How about second? This is
Trey.
No, but this is a good one. This is perfect. Tied with 7. Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? And these, by the way, are people named after Jordan.
Yes, correct. And Isaiah. Also 7.
Again, named after NBA players. That's what's
Jalen,
interesting
Isaiah,
about that.
and Jordan.
Like all the Joshes in the NFL, not a damn one of them were named after a Josh.
Now, listen, if you go with Josh, there's 6 NBA players with the name Josh. So you got an NFL and NBA thing working. Now,
the one thing about Josh is you come honestly, too, you're not naming him after a former athlete because I can't think of one. Who was the
Josh Allen, be it?
Yeah. Josh Norman, I guess, the old corner for the Panthers when he was he was Josh, wasn't he? Was that his name?
Yeah. Would you like to do the NHL? It's not a French name.
Henrik.
Wayne.
Both good guesses are incorrect. Ryan.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, a little Ryan. So there you have it. Jalen, Ryan, Josh, and Jose.
Ah, good.
Tied with Nick. One ahead of Tyler.
Tyler's another one. Yeah. Tyler sounds like a baseball name.
Yeah, Tyler's a baseball name.
Yeah. Oh, that is baseball?
Oh,
okay, good.
27 Tylers.
It's a Cattle Junk Accessories Tuesday. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Each one of us remembers when we felt it the first time. When you looked up and down those bleachers and saw 90,000 saluting alongside you. When you first saw a Gator.
1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Eye & Associates. Hicken here, Dr. Bowden and his expert team. They bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses or refractive lens exchange or traditional LASIK, tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision, man. No hassle, no fuss. Are you ready to see the difference? Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. It's Bowden Eye & Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
Summer in Jacksonville. Sun's out, flip-flops on, and whoa! Well, there goes Uncle Bob into the pool again. Protect your pool deck with Don't Slip Deck Coatings of Jacksonville. Their multi-layered slip-resistant coatings keep you on your feet, not on your backside. Durable, stylish, and way cheaper than an ER visit. Don't Slip Deck Coatings even has indoor options so your kitchen floor isn't a skating rink. Call 904-466-1839 for a free quote and follow Don't Slip Jacks on Facebook and Instagram.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performancepainting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. It's about the hunt.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Lagerman.
We take you from the water to the woods.
On the Nimnicht Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning.
Let's go to the woods, y'all.
Saturday mornings from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Tax season is here, and your refund can go further at Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Put the extra cash to work by investing in your vehicle, whether it's overdue maintenance, brake repairs, or new tires. Their skilled technicians will help you get the most out of every dollar. With 5 Jacksonville locations, fair prices, and trusted service, Big Chief Tire has everything you need to hit the road with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Draft season is here, and so is Mia's Mock Draft Mondays. And this year, we're powered by One Night Taco Stand. Each week, I'll unveil a new set of possible targets for the Big Cats on the 1010XL social channels and 1010XL.com. Let's taco about it on 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Oh, I love Beaches Dermatology. Best doctors in the world. Skin doctors, Dr. Metz, Dr. Boudreaux, Dr. Fader. With the Mohs surgery, do a terrific job. The staff at Solano, second to none. Shout out to all you fine folks over there. Appreciate you very much. Appreciate how you treat us all. And they want to remind you to take care of your skin, man. You got to in the Sunshine State, don't you? Put on them floppy hats, man, if you're outside for a long period of time. You're watching your son or daughter's sporting event. Long sleeve dry fits, maybe a little sunscreen, whatever it takes, man. Protect yourself. And if something does show up on your skin, don't wait. Get it checked out. It's easy to do. Best way to do it, go to beachesdermatology.com. That's beachesdermatology.com. There you can find the location that is best to serve you, and they will get you in and get you out and take good care of you. Go online at beachesdermatology.com.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Prosser here. Spring has sprung, and it's a great time to sell your house, but only if you have the very best on your side, and those very best are Chad and Sandy Newman. Spring selling season's here. Rates are down. Activity's up. It's the best time in years to sell your home, in fact, but there are homes sitting on the market. They don't have the right representation. That's where Chad and Sandy step in. Maybe you're worried your home needs repairs or updating and it won't sell for a good price. Maybe your family's growing and you need more space. Whatever the reason that you need to sell your home, Chad and Sandy deliver this promise to you. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Sounds pretty hassle-free to me. Take it from Mike and Rosemary in St. Augustine. We were determined to buy an affordable home in a specific school zone, but we didn't qualify for the loan needed to get one. Chad and Sandy's team worked with the lender, negotiated a higher qualification price, lower interest. It was huge, $200 less per month. Do it today. Call 414-6200 or go to chadandsandy.com.
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. This month, get Zero Resified and take 25% off all services. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com and tell them Hicken or 1010XL sent you.
Zero Res.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I feel like I should be up dancing.
Make sure you pay them taxes today. File them taxes.
Nah, you don't have to pay them today. You got till May 1st. My tax guy texted me.
It's confirmed.
Shout out to Chris.
Shout out.
My income tax today.
But you do have until May 1st.
I can remember, I think this is a young man's game, and I remember when I was young, I used to always just get as much held as I could. So when I got to this time of year, that I'd get a check sent to me rather than having to send one.
Yeah.
There's one thing that's just abjectly true, and I don't know how to say it, and I'm sure it's a necessary evil, but taxes suck, man. And that you youngsters out there that are getting these first tastes of real living, and you open up your paycheck and you see how much of your hard work is just being ripped right from you to go to God knows where, to do goodness knows what. Yeah, taxes suck.
Yes.
Period. End of story.
Yes.
We're way overtaxed, and that's a fact, and we'll never do anything about it. And we'll let the fat cat wasters of money do their thing for the rest of civilization. We are overtaxed. We pay way more than the budget for what they need money for. That's a fact. They're just incompetent at handling it.
Oh, dear.
And today is the day that we...
That's Jeff Prosser,
really.
IRS,
That's true,
if you're listening. That's
hey, IRS. I hope you are listening.
That's not me. That's not me.
IRS not the one spending it.
No,
all they're doing is collecting it.
I just don't want to get audited because of your remarks.
Yeah,
I just don't want to be audited because of your remarks. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to be lumped in with you on this one. That's fine. I may agree with you, but I'm not going to say it publicly. My spies have told me, Jeff Prosser, that you had said earlier today, they did not agree with you, and I don't think I do either, but I'm going to let you speak on it, that you believe, and you may have just said this in a Jeff way, so I want to retrack here and double down on this.
I mean, if I said it, it's true.
Okay. You said if you were the San Francisco 49ers, you would make Brock Purdy the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, of course.
Oof.
Yeah.
Not me.
Okay. Understand that doesn't mean he'll be the highest paid quarterback in football forever. About 10 minutes.
Yeah.
In 2 years, Burrow and Mahomes, they'll all be making more than him again.
Yeah.
But the last thing in the world that the 49ers need to do is get rid of the quarterback who's taking them to basically 2 Super Bowls.
I don't think they're getting rid of anybody.
Yeah.
I think they're...
I don't know how you can look a guy in the eye who saved your franchise.
Okay.
He saved them.
Okay.
And when he went out, they were dead again, and then he saved them again and tell him, no, you're the 12th best quarterback. Where are you going to pay him?
Did he save them this year?
Yeah, probably saved them from what they would have been.
Or 6-11. Or
yeah,
whatever.
well, then they could have been 2-15. I don't. If the point is in any way trying to come up with a scenario where Brock Purdy hasn't proven how good he is, I'm not in that camp.
Okay,
I'm not going to.
What has made you think he's that good to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL?
That doesn't mean y'all. This highest paid thing doesn't mean a damn thing to me. It means nothing. It doesn't to me.
Well, to me it does.
Okay. Who's the highest paid running back?
Because the Niners had to get rid of like 6 or 7 guys to free up space to pay this guy, and they should be paying him 35. Like, what did we argue about a couple weeks ago? Was it 35? I was at 30s, and you're in the 40s.
Yeah,
and
something like
Jeff's
that.
in the 60s.
Yeah, I'm where the big quarterbacks who go to Super Bowls are.
Well, the Niners went to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Brock Purdy was along for the ride.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's rough.
You
dude.
heard me right.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Who else is along for the ride? He's the only one?
No, he ain't Joe Burrow.
I'm
he ain't
asking.
Josh Allen. He ain't Lamar. And he ain't
You just gave me
Patrick, the big 4.
Well,
he ain't the big 4.
And 2 of the big 4 ain't been as far as he has.
I don't care.
That might be true.
I think if any of the big 4 were on the Niners, they'd be a dynasty.
Oof.
Yeah,
Oof.
you heard me right.
Yeah, no,
I'm not backing down.
I agree with that.
Okay.
If any of the big 4 was on the Niners, yeah.
Well, we got a couple different things going here. I'm not rating Brock Purdy as the top quarterback in the league. That's not what I'm saying. He's time to get him paid. You're going to pay him. He's going to get paid the most.
Yeah, but
why not? It's not it's a negligible difference to get it put to bed.
It's not negligible.
Yes,
it's $20
it is.
million. It's 2-3 other players.
Okay, there's just you want him to be paid like he's 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
10 to 15.
Why?
Yeah. Because that's where he is. Last year, when he had a regular team, he was 6-9 with 20 touchdowns and 12 picks.
Yeah. That's you pick and choose.
He's had
last year,
Jeffrey. He's had really one great year in 3 seasons.
But you're just a stat guy, I guess. I don't know what you're talking about. They're winning like crazy. When he went out, they had no chance to win.
They didn't have no chance last year when he was there, and everybody else was out.
Well, he played 15 games. He was beat to hell, and he missed 2 games. So the 6-11 is really 6-9.
6-9. That's what I said.
Yeah,
I said 6-9.
Well, I heard the 6-11.
He's 23-13 as a starter. That's good, but I don't know, man. I'm going to give you $35 million. Give you a nice fat
no,
bonus.
you're not. I'm not playing for you. So I promise you this: somebody will give me a lot more than that. I'm a Super Bowl quarterback. There aren't many. I mean, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, that's great. They're winning MVPs. Haven't seen them in the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl losing quarterback.
Yeah, it's okay.
Joe Burrow's been there.
Yeah, game went overtime.
Yeah.
And I'm right there. We didn't lose because of me.
What's the tag on quarterbacks, E? If I tag him. And by the way, what's his deal this year? He's not.
I don't. I'm just talking about the concept of his guy. If you're San Francisco, again, you have to understand. You're including a lot of reasons why this has to happen.
Ooh.
That they've let Debo go and they've let these guys go. They can't let their quarterback go. They'll be 6-11 for the next 10 years.
I don't think they freed up the money to pay him, but I'm not going to pay him $60 million. What do you got, E?
$40 million.
All right, yeah, slap you on a franchise a couple years. And by the way, I don't have to do anything for 2 more years. Right? No, 1 more year because he's a 4-year deal, right? Because you're not a first-round pick. But he hasn't made the money yet. So you really want to turn down $35-40 million on a 3-year deal?
No, yeah, of course.
You're
of course. I don't want to be the 18th best paid quarterback when I'm not the 18th best quarterback ever.
That's the 18th.
Even last year,
$40
terrible.
million is 18?
I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm just throwing numbers. I don't know what the actual scale is. I think that he should be paid what Lawrence and Burrow and all the other guys are getting paid.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in that category. It's unfair that we're taking one guy who's in that category of winning quarterbacks, and we're saying he's different.
Well,
Every other one of Lamar, no, all of them.
Yeah.
Lamar, Allen, Purdy, Burrow, all the constant playoff quarterbacks, we don't bat an eye. He should make every bit as much as Justin Herbert makes because he's big and pretty and 6'5" and long-haired. He deserves his $50 million. What has Justin Herbert done that Purdy hasn't done?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's like people here.
Where are you at?
I know what a bad quarterback.
You got to pay him. You have to.
You're going to pay him $60 million.
I don't want to. I agree with you. I don't think as far as the talent, no, but it's the timing.
I mean, since when does the talent equal the high pay? We're way past that, guys. That's the thing. Who's the highest paid corner in the league? No one knows. No one knows any of these questions anymore. You got a good player, you pay what's going to make him happy to keep him, and especially if it's a quarterback. To me.
I'm not doing it. Trevor's getting $55 million, Joe Burrow $55 million, Jordan Love $55 million, Dak Prescott $60 million.
I'd probably slap that tag on him.
Josh Allen $55 million. I slap a tag. I'm $40 million, man. I'm getting three more players, man. And listen, by the way, if I pay him even $45 million, he's
minimum $50 million. Come on, man. What are you all doing? I'm paying Deshaun and Kirk Cousins, all of them, or Matthew Stafford. Come on.
Look
what the hell, man? If he makes $50 million, he'd be 10th. That's fair.
When those guys got that money, they were top tier.
Kyler Murray. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to pay the man down here where, Geno and Gardner are.
Yeah, Geno. Yeah. That's what I want to do.
Sounds about right.
Geno makes more. What did he just get? Didn't he just get 50?
He's like get $100 million.
Yeah, Geno got 50. That's just what the deal is. So that's why I said I do. What's the highest paid right now? 60. Yeah, pay him 60 right now. Yeah. Be done with it. It won't be much longer.
I'm willing. See, I can have you play your fourth year.
I need the quarterback, Dan.
Jeff, I'm willing to tear up.
It's not that easy to get him.
Jeff, you're making $500,000. I'm willing to tear your contract up right now and give you $40 million a year for the next 3 years.
Yeah, and I'm willing to tell you to go fly kite up to the moon.
All right, then you play this year for $600,000.
Okay.
And then guess what?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna slap the franchise tag on you.
That's
you pay for $41 million.
Okay.
And then guess what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna slap it on you again.
Good.
Okay.
And then I'll be 28, and I'll go make the $70 million. You dumbass should have paid me 60 3 years ago.
And I bet you won't.
Yes, I will.
I bet you won't.
Oh, yes, I will.
You won't.
I got Jordan Love making 55 and Tua making 53 and Herbert making 52. Come on, man.
I wonder how Jordan Love and Tua would do on San Francisco.
Not as good as Purdy.
I don't know.
I haven't seen them go to the Super Bowl.
I don't know.
You telling me
They don't play for San Francisco.
You're telling me Tua.
They don't play for San Francisco.
So Tua and Love aren't on good teams?
Huh?
Tua and Love, the Niners roster's supremely better than those?
We got to take a break. We'll make the turn for home next. This is The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Turn on the radio.
In your car, 92.5 FM and 1010 AM.
Would you like to drive for a while?
In your house, at the beach, on your phone, at the gym, on vacation, out of town.
Well, everyone knows that.
Download our free 1010XL app for all smart devices.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Zero Res. Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings party booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res. That's what my friend Stuart Moore did, and they came right out and took care of his house, and he was telling me how great they did today. Step into a fresher, cleaner home this spring with Zero Res, man. I told them, hey, call Zero Res. Tell them Hicken sent you. You'll be glad you did. They'll take care of you. They'll get you Zero Resified. From Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner, 25% off all cleaning services this month. That's right, I said it. 25% off, and that's anything. They can handle it all. Carpets, air ducts, upholstery, rugs, hard surfaces. They just make your house look better, smell better, feel better. Zero Res, man. That's how they do it. Spring's a great time for renewal. Let Zero Res help refresh your home. Get those clean carpets, those fresh floors, that improved air quality. Call them, 287-5727, 287-5727, or go to ZeroResJacksonville.com and tell me you want the Hicken special. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards, the right way to clean.
Mia here, and I'm just going to cut to the chase. What you really want to know is, Why buy from Arlington Toyota? How about over 800 vehicles, one lot, 60-day exchange, and friendly credit for everyone? Plus, right now, get zero down and just $288 per month for a pre-owned 2022 Toyota Corolla. Or how about no payments till August 2025? Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter mile east of 295, or online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When mosquitoes show up, they are a buzzkill. You want them out of your yard, and fast. At Terminix, they know that mosquitoes bite, but not for long. They'll provide regular treatments to protect you and your family all season long. Go ahead and schedule that picnic, because when mosquitoes show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a mosquito problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Yo, it's your main man, E to the T here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskey are served just the way you want them. And it's bigger game days and it's bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that's always coming through in a clutch? Every day, from noon to late at night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girls about local specials on drafts, cocktails, shots, and more. And tell them E.T. sent you. Come on, somebody.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise in towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 14, 2002, at the 66th U.S. Masters Augusta National Tournament, Tiger Woods becomes the third player to claim back-to-back Master titles.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold and silver and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at almost $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. There was a time when if you handed me a bread basket at a restaurant, you better watch your fingers. Pizza, pasta, bread, carbs were absolutely my weakness. I'd be lying if I said they didn't have me hooked. Then Awaken 180 came into my life. I've been down every diet road there is, but this is different. It's not just another diet. It's a total reset of how you see food. You know that carb craving that we all accepted as normal? That's gone for me now. Don't get me wrong. I still enjoy the good stuff, but here's the difference. I no longer feel like I need them. So when the server puts that bread basket on the table, I just smile, sit back, and say, nah, I'm good. That feeling of control is all thanks to Awaken 180. I lost 40 pounds in 9 weeks on Awaken 180. Hacker lost more than 110. Baloo is on his way, and you can lose whatever you want to lose. It doesn't matter what your goal weight is. Awaken 180 weight loss will get you there quickly and safely. It's a clear path to success without disappointment. Awaken 180 has changed my life, and it will change yours too. Give them a call at 844-346-1800 or go to awaken180weightloss.com. Trust me, you'll thank yourself.
New year, new club. This is Joe C., and I'm proud to be a member of Southampton. And with the popularity of golf, getting a tee time is tough. But with membership comes member privileges. Enjoy clubhouse dining, expanded practice area, focusing on all parts of your game. And right now, you can join with an annual commitment and get a $1,000 discount, plus $500 of Pro Shop credit. All the details are online at golfsouthampton.com or call 287-PLAY and make a tee time today at the Golf Club of Southampton.
DUI? BUI? Don't stress. Call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
Oh, yeah. Cooling down.
Oh, buddy. Oh, boy. I'll cool down on this. I admitted it last night. Finally came. There ain't nothing on TV. I got no NBA. I got no Gator basketball runs. I got nothing going on. And so for the first time, start to finish, I went right to the old Braves there.
Hey, you won a game.
Yeah, they hit a couple of homers, hit a few homers. The point is now, I'm back in ankle deep. I have two great choices tonight. The pitiful Hawks in Orlando for the play-in.
Oh, you'll watch that.
Or the Braves Toronto.
Yeah, we got another night game up there in Minnesota, and then day game tomorrow.
That's a full, I think, 6 games in front of the Braves, so that's probably over. We can still shoot for the wild card.
You're such a... Unbelievable.
You got to do what you got to do.
17 and 17.
With a 5-11 start, you got to do what you got to do. And you're not to question my motives or my verbiage. Leave me alone. You got a first-place team. I'll do with mine what I wish.
Did you see the Braves sideline announcer hitting on the girls last night?
Yeah, I think hitting on the girls is a little strong. They egged him on. I happen to be, now that I'm a viewer, I was watching that live when it happened, and I thought it was a little bit kind of playful, but not quite to the level that it was. What did you think, E?
Didn't see it. I think I saw some on social. You had to get somebody's number or something?
Yeah, no, but that was like the guy, like the broadcast crew's like, oh, you're going to be out there for a while, see if you can get some digits. So they kind of pushed that.
But then he said, they want me to get your phone number.
Yeah. No, for sure.
He went for it.
But he's got to do it at that point. He's kind of I thought it showed game that he did
his shot.
Well, they were telling him to. It's not, he played along.
That's fair.
It's okay.
That's fair.
They changed those people out. They finally got a sideline. It's always been a sideline girl for Atlanta forever.
Yeah.
But they keep getting hit in the face.
We had our guy
in the face.
We had our guy Gelbsy doing his in Minnesota Vikings gear last night because it was so cold. So he had a Vikings helmet and jersey on.
Wait, is that the guy? That's different from last year?
No, same guy.
That guy should get some sort of main gig somewhere, shouldn't he?
Nah, he's not very good play-by-play. He's done some fill-in stuff. He's not. He
looks overqualified as the sideline guy to me.
He's been doing it a while.
He looks like he should be like a sports director at one of the stations.
I think he does some SNY stuff, studio stuff too.
There you go.
I think he does enough. Like he took Burkhardt. Burkhardt was the one who had the meteoric rise. Burkhardt was the sideline guy for the Mets, and now is doing Super Bowls on Fox.
I will say this: the weirdest thing has happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I can just knock on wood and pray. I'm more inclined to think that he'll have a stress fracture within the week. But Sean Murphy is like he's hurt.
Yeah, you killed him last year. That's
his ears have been burning. The way he's hitting out of the gate here.
Absolutely
he can't stay healthy.
You blamed him for everything. Last year, when you wanted to blame somebody, you blamed Sean Murphy.
Rightfully.
Who's come out smoking.
Yeah, rightfully.
Okay.
Yeah, last year's blame was placed in the right spot. And this year's credit through a week is also going to go there. He's got like 3 or 4 homers in 6 games where nobody else is doing much anything.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm watching Kyle Juszczyk at Harvard with his college highlights.
Okay,
that was a man among boys there, boy. Juszczyk is that big fullback for the Niners.
They cut him and then brought him back.
Probably weighs about 280.
Thank God they brought him back. That would have been Purdy's fault.
How big is he?
I don't know.
I'd say 240.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I didn't think 280.
No, 240.
Oh, I thought he was bigger.
Nah, 6'1", 240.
Let me see. Hold on here. Let me get a weight on this guy.
Juszczyk can make a play a game.
Yeah, because he's pretty nimble.
Yeah, you're right. 6'2", 235.
He'll get out of there.
I thought he was like a big old.
Get downfield, make some catch, or bust one in from the 1 yard line. You know what Juszczyk is?
Athletic.
Juszczyk is that guy that you hate when you're like when you're fantasy owner of McCaffrey or one of the dudes.
Yeah, because he's taking those.
That's right.
Yep.
He comes out there and
Did you see
pirates your touchdowns.
Did you see the disaster that is the Colorado Rockies and Chris Bryant? See what happened to him?
Chris Bryant, in other news, is not only still alive, but active in Major League Baseball.
An NL MVP.
Murphy got glasses, I'm told, by the way. So, I mean, maybe it helps if you can actually see.
Oh.
Probably a decent idea.
What's the boss looking at?
Yeah, so we're like monkeys.
Boss,
show monkeys.
What have we done?
I don't know. He's in the cage. He's just shaking his head, wondering.
Disconcerting look again.
Why did I go with those two idiots?
I'm the straw. I'm the straw.
He's screaming at him as he
I
walks
stir
down.
the drink.
Yeah, just ask him.
Media mogul.
What do we got? What are you asking me?
Oh, Chris Bryant.
Oh, wait, what happened?
182 million. Well, he's got degenerative disc disease. David got spinal stenosis. He's done.
You want to know the difference between the Cubs and the Braves?
Okay.
The Cubs had a World Series like the Braves did, full of young, talent.
Mm-hmm.
And the Cubs let all these big names go, and guess what? They all stink.
Yeah, but it didn't really work out for the Cubs either.
Yeah, but still.
At least keep going to the playoffs.
But at least who the Cubs let go, they're not still great.
Schwarber. I would like to have Schwarber.
Yeah,
back.
but he went down for a year or two, but to your point,
But Schwarber would be the guy.
Whereas,
he was the guy. Bryant,
I felt like Bryant was the guy.
Well,
at the time.
Yeah, looking back.
They let them all go. Rizzo, Baez. I mean, they let them all go, and none of them went on to maintain what they were.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I mean.
Yeah.
Schwarber did, I guess. But I didn't like giving up. Whereas the Braves guy, they give up Freeman, and, forever he'll be better than anyone on their team.
Oh, dear. Let me look at Schwarber here. Schwarber went to, where'd he go? Washington, Boston, Philly.
Yeah.
But he's found a home in Philly.
Well, Philly lets him be him.
Yeah.
You feel like in Washington and Boston, if he hit 200, they wouldn't let him play long enough to get the 40 homers, where Philly's like, all right, we'll give you the 500 at-bats, hit your 40 homers, and you can hit 200.
Yeah, he had 32 his first year away from him. Then he had 46, 47, and 38. So
every year.
And he's done, and so he's done better than.
So he was as productive with Boston and Washington as he's been with Philly?
Because he was just a kid.
But he was as productive with Washington and Boston as Philly?
32 home runs.
I feel like Philly, he was like 20 more homers than those other spots.
Well, he hit 25 with Washington, then he got traded and hit 7 with Boston down the stretch, I guess. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, 32. Didn't he have 46 or something? What did he have last year?
He's had 46, 47, and 38 in his 3 years.
So that's bad. That's significantly more than the 32. What did he have with the Cubs?
Batting average, 218, 197.
Yeah.
And 248 last year.
That's an amazingly good year for him.
Yeah.
What was his best year with the Cubs?
19, he had 38 and 92.
What was their World Series year? 17?
Yeah, 50.
15?
16.
16?
Right?
Somewhere.
The year after the Mets went in 15, and we beat the Cubs. Didn't they win it the next year?
Yeah.
And he didn't play in 16. I don't know if he had 2 games.
Well, then maybe they won the next year.
Was it 17?
He played the year they won.
Yeah.
He didn't play. I mean,
must have been 17.
What did he do that year?
30 and 59.
Yeah, that 59 RBIs on 30 homers. That's amazing.
That's because everybody already scored.
All right, get us ready.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Yeah.
Tony, I finally had enough of the mushing going on by Jeff Prosser, so I threw a bet out there for him. I'll see if you would be willing to take this bet. I respect your opinion as a Braves fan.
Okay.
Much more than others. I say the Braves will be back to 500 by game 34. 17 and 17. I feel like the Braves.
They're 5 and 11. He thinks they're going 12 and 6.
The Braves are far from dead.
Oh, I don't think they're dead.
I think they'll climb back in to get to the 500 level, and then we'll see what happens. But I think they'll be back to 500, and I think they'll be back to 500 quickly. Would you take that bet?
I would not take that bet.
Okay, so you're saying no, they won't.
I don't think the Braves are dead.
Okay.
But I don't expect them to turn it around in that kind of fashion right now.
Because it's pretty quick. That would be
right.
Pretty quick. Okay.
Right.
All
like if they had found a way to sweep one of these last couple series, I might feel better about it, but they haven't.
Fair.
And they haven't really come close to doing that. Last night was fun.
Right.
It's the first time they completely.
It's the first
had
easy
control
win.
of the game.
Honestly,
yeah.
it's been
you had a 10-0 win as well.
Yeah, against the Marlins.
Yeah, I thought you're right. I was off that night. That was the Gators played that night.
You were watching.
The Gators were playing.
That's fair.
So, yeah, I didn't watch.
But they haven't had much of that, and they certainly haven't done that against the team that was in first place in their division when the game started. Like, this is the first time they've done that.
You get Strider back this week, and so I just think that
But that's kind of it. It's the Strider thing, and whenever Acuna's going to be back in the lineup. Like, I don't think the Braves are anywhere close to dead, but that doesn't mean I think they're
Chris Sale better. Sale needs to go to. I don't know what he needs to do, but he better get going because
he needs to get going.
They're not doing
his
it with
velocity's
because
weird.
after Swellenbach and Strider, it's about time to say it's fool's gold. We have no young pitchers coming.
And
they're
here's the
not.
conversation about Schwarber. It's interesting. He's the only hitter that I can remember that's like a 212 hitter.
Yeah.
That when he gets to a full count, I'm just like, walk him. Please don't challenge this guy.
Yeah.
He's going to hit it hard.
More from the Schwarber file. They won in 2016. He came back from an ACL for the postseason. So he had a big postseason, but didn't have any regular season at bats.
Good. All right, what do you got cooking today, Tone?
Our question of the day, we're doing our Tuesday top five, as we do each Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
And we are saying outside of the two premier guys on each side, or at least how they're viewed, Trevor Lawrence with BTJ, obviously, Josh Hines Allen, Trayvon Walker on the defensive side, who are the five most important building block players for the next 3 years for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I bet one of them is going to be picked fifth here next Thursday. He better be.
They better be.
They better be a building block.
Like that kind of thing. But trying to avoid that kind of thing.
No, that's
in our
fair.
Answer today.
That's fair. And honestly, there better be at least two in that draft, and maybe three.
I mean, we had 2 or 3 last year, and it wasn't a great draft. So to your point,
yeah.
All right, well, have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike and Tony are ready to crank it up on Jaguars today.
We got busy today, and we had a lot going on. We talked a lot of golf, but I do know that you put a lot of effort into your breakdown and grading of the WNBA draft, so we'll get that tomorrow. I'm sorry to make you sit on it.
The Drill.
From the divorcemenonly.com.